Sorry about that. Would have started about a couple of seconds ago, but I had to help my mom with something just for one moment. But yeah, I'm here. It's me, ShellshockPrime. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, John, Ice Pick, Lemon Square, Kaiju. It's Wednesday, April 16th, 2025, and tomorrow morning is going to be the Mario Kart World Direct, which I'm going to be watching that live with Mike Silver and potentially anybody else within the Bonfire Squad that's going to be coming in, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. But tonight we're gonna finish up Arcade Spirits New Challengers for Backlog Fantasy. We're actually getting close to the end of the game, so we're gonna finish it up really soon. Schedule goes like this. That's tonight. Tomorrow's Kid Chameleon, even though I'm also doing the Mario Kart Direct. And Friday is Sharing with Shell Shock. We're going to talk about the Dreamcast. Alright, so we're also going to do the tournament at Backlog, but first, let me show off the roadmap. Here we go. So Arcade Spirits is tonight. We had Kid Chameleon tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to start up Pikmin. And then I believe by the time I'm done with Pikmin, should be just in time for May, for Mega May, which I'm going to do Mega Man Battle Network 6 and Command Mission. I said it before in a previous stream, and I'll say it again. I originally planned to do Mr. Adventures of Tron and Mega Man Legends 2, but decided against doing it this year, mainly because of the fact that with these two games being pretty long for what they are, combined with the fact that I will be taking most of 1 week off because I'm going to be going to PAX East, and I come back like on a Monday afternoon, which I will not be streaming that Monday when I come back. So Tuesday will be the start of the next stream week that week. So I'll be away for that time. Cause yeah, I'm looking forward to going to PAX. So I decided, you know what, it'd be the best interest to just stick to doing Mega Man Battle Network 6 and Mega Man X Command Mission. But I do have other Mega Man surprises in store for Mega May. I do plan to do Super Mario Galaxy sometime in June, as well as Trails in the Sky. And after Trails in the Sky is going to be Backlog Fantasy Tournament of Backlog Winner. Then Max Payne, Donkey Kong, the Game Boy game, or Donkey Kong 94 as you call it. Backlog Fantasy Tournament of Backlog Runner-Up will be right afterwards. Then there's Yakuza Kiwami 2, New Super Mario Brothers for the DS, Banjo-Tooie, and Batman Arkham Asylum. I will do GoldenEye at some point later in the year. I will be, for the Wheel of Backlog games, Guruman will happen like in June alongside Mario Galaxy and Trails in the Sky. But June is also when the Switch 2 releases, so expect June 5th to be the day that I do a big Switch 2 night. Well, a long Switch 2 stream. I'm going to be doing that, showcasing. I'll explain it a little bit, but after Guruman, I'm going to be doing Panzer Paladin, Frogger. And then like after I beat Frogger, I spin the wheel again to see what the next game will be, and so on and so forth. Yeah. They usually used to do them at different times of day. I think that they've been mostly focusing on the times that Japan's been doing it, to accommodate them. Although last week they did it at, oh no, 2 weeks ago when they did the direct, they did it at like at 10 in the morning Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Feels more like it's meant for Europe than Japan. Okay, yeah, that would make more sense. Yeah, yeah, because I know there were some people in like people in different regions just want to be accommodated, but it's just a matter of how to make it accommodable for everyone. I personally would have preferred 12 noon. I would have preferred 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. No, I'm not, no, 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Pacific. That's what I meant. 12 noon, 9 Pacific. It'd be at 9 in Japan and afternoon in Europe. Yeah. Yeah, I would have preferred that. But it's going to be 15 minutes. Now, I know people will probably say that 15 minutes is not enough time to showcase content, but given Nintendo's recent track work in regards to directs, they've been packing in a lot more information, even at the smallest times possible. Like even like this, like 20-minute directs packs a lot of information, more than anybody can anticipate. So, especially if it's a smaller direct that's dedicated to a game, I'm pretty sure they'll have stuff because I'll just have to use my bladder trick to keep the streak going. Well, good luck with that. But I'm hoping that they haven't shown off everything within the treehouse, but we'll see. But yeah, so I will be doing a big Switch 2 day one stream. I'm not sure if I don't think I'm gonna be unboxing on stream. I'll just make a video recording of me unboxing the console at home, and I'll put it up on YouTube afterwards. And then I'm going to but what I will do, however, is I will do a big stream, and this is what's gonna happen. This is the lowdown. So I'm gonna start off by showcasing Switch 1 games that have like enhancements. Like there's a wave of Switch games that have free enhancements. I'll showcase them to see just what type of enhancements they got. And then also I'll showcase Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom just to show off a little bit of how it looks with the new upgrade. Then I'm gonna go to Street Fighter 6. My plan is to do Street Fighter 6, the GameCube NSO games. Though I probably won't spend that much time on Wind Waker. I'll spend more time on Soul Calibur and F-Zero GX. Fast Fusion. And then after all that, the rest of the stream will be like the majority of it will be Mario Kart Tour. Like save Mario Kart Tour for last. That's how I'll do it. Did they confirm that the GameCube NSO still will be there day one? Yes, they did. They did. And I will say this though, I do plan to get 2 other games in addition to Street Fighter 6 and Mario Kart World. The games that I'm planning to get in addition to that will be Split Fiction and Cyberpunk. I was originally thinking Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate was a launch title. It's not. It comes out later in the year. I will pick it up, but here's the thing. I'm more likely not going to be streaming any of the Final Fantasy VII Remake games until after the 3rd game comes out, because I plan to do all 3 of them at once. Hopefully I won't burn myself out when I do it, but that's my plan. I plan to do them all. Also, Deltarune comes out that same day. It also comes out on Switch 2. But here's my thing with Deltarune. I'm waiting until all the chapters are completed, like the whole game's 100% done, that the moment Toby Fox says that he's done, that Deltarune is complete 100%, that's when I'm going to stream it. I'm waiting until he finishes it. I want to do the whole package at once. So, yeah. Because chapters 3 and 4 will come out the same day the Switch 2 does, because they're launching it with Switch 2. And speaking of content that launches with Switch 2, Street Fighter 6 Elena comes out on the same day as Switch 2 comes out, which works considering the fact that Street Fighter 6 is a Switch 2 launch title. So, and I'm gonna be getting the years 1 and 2, and it's cross compatible with Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. So I could be able to play Street Fighter 2 on the go. If I had a Steam Deck, that would not have been an issue, but I don't have a Steam Deck, so therefore, that's why I'm hyped. I'm hyped to play Street Fighter 6 on Switch too, even though I also have it on Steam, just so I could at least play on the go and take it with me to different events and whatnot. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to Switch 2. There is going to be amiibo cards. I do want to get the amiibo cards, and I do want to get the 3 amiibo, but I'm going to be picking and choosing what I get. Um, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I'm looking forward to the Switch 2 launch. Gonna pick it up. My plan is to pick it up at Nintendo New York with the guys. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. But anyway, right now, before we get started on Arcade Spurs new challengers, we're gonna do the last batch of round 1 matches for Backlog Fantasy and Tournament Backlog. All right, so let me just get it set up real quick. All right, so just want to make sure it's here. Yep. All right, let's switch over to this scene. All right. Yeah, Unicorn Overlord and Blasphemous will be the. All right, so before we start the matchups, let me actually get some music. And I'm going to replay those Cap Jams music that I played. But except we're going to start with... we'll start with Cyclops theme. Alright. But give me 1 second. All right, let's start it up. All right, so the last batch contains Unicorn Overlord and versus Blasphemous, Saturday Morning RPG versus Catherine Full Body, Neva versus Slay the Spire, Dicey Dungeons versus Daemon X Machina, Spiral the Dragon versus Astro Striker Gunvolt 2, Fantasy Star versus Spiritfarer, WrestleQuest versus Firewatch, and South Park The Fractured But Whole versus Grapple Dog. I'm gonna start off with Unicorn Overlord versus Blasphemous. All right, so we'll get it started. All right, so we got Unicorn Overlord versus Blasphemous. That's the first matchup. Let's see what people pick. Do you want a Unicorn Overlord or you want Blasphemous? It's just a matter of what everyone's going to be picking. Let me raise this a bit. There we go. Alright, so we got 1 and 1. We'll see what people want to see. Do you want Unicorn Overlord or do you want Blasphemous? Also, let me get the I'm going to get the Wheel of Names ready in case if we were to get a tie. So we got 3 for Unicorn Overlord and 1 for Blasphemous. All right. We'll see how it happens. We'll see what happens. let me go quickly change that to the next track. Sorry, I just had to take care of something important real quick. There we go. Yeah, I kind of figured there was a playlist, but no. Anyway, Unicorn Overlord wins 3-1. And yeah, I'm just using YouTube for the music. Alright, next up is Saturday Morning RPG versus Catherine Full Body. All right, let's see. Catherine Full Body. All right, so let's make sure to get this poll ready. All right, let me get the poll ready. All right, so it's Saturday Morning RPG versus Catherine Full Body. That is the next poll. Vote to see what you want to see. Do you want Saturday Morning RPG or do you want Catherine Full Body to move on to the next round? It's all your choice completely. Give me 1 second. All right, back. Also, Hate Dragon. You here to vote? All right. Let's see. So we got 5 for Catherine Full Body. So it looks like Catherine Full Body is taking it because nobody voted for Saturday Morning RPG. Yep. So 5-0. Let me get the next theme ready. I hope you're doing good, Dragon. All right, so next up is Neva versus Slay the Spire. That's gonna be the next one. So for context, Neva is the latest game from the people who made Grease, which I streamed it before, and that's a very beautiful game. So there's Neva, and then there's Slay the Spire. Let's see what you guys pick. Will it be Neva, or will it be Slay the Spire? That's all. Like, you guys get to choose whatever you want to choose. Alright, so far we got 2 for Slay the Spire, and none for Neva. Or make that 3 for Slay the Spire. Alright. You want to Slay the Spire here? Or got 4 for Slay the Spire? Because Slay the Spire is a deck building roguelike. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. But yeah, Slay the Spire is winning so far. Music's really good though. Let's see, so right now, time is running out. Do you want to see Neva or Slay the Spire? We got a 5th Slay the Spire vote. Plenty of time, like, there's not that much time left actually. Make sure to cast your votes. Slay the Spire wins 5-0. All right, up next is Dicey Dungeons versus Daemon X Machina. All right, so Dicey Dungeons versus Slay the Spire. Not Slay the Spire. No, Dicey Dungeons versus Daemon X Machina. What's funny is that, like, I have Slay the Spire in my brain because it was the game that just won. But it's Dicey Dungeons versus Daemon X Machina. And we are getting a sequel to Daemon X Machina soon. So let's see. You want Dicey Dungeons or do you want Daemon X Machina? Dicey Dungeons is another deck building roguelike game. But I got that game on eShop for extremely cheap. It was like about like 30 something cents that I got it for. It was super cheap for a while. But apparently people say the game is really good, well written, and fun to play. All right. It's all good. All right. We got 5 for Dicey Dungeons already. Let's see, so Dicey Dungeons wins. We're gonna... Alright, so let's put this right here. Spyro the Dragon versus Gunvolt 2. So I mentioned before with Crash Bandicoot that if it wins, it's the Insane Trilogy version. For Spyro the Dragon, it's the Ignited Trilogy version. Yeah, it's the Ignited Trilogy version. For Astro Striker Gunvolt 2, because I streamed Astro Striker Gunvolt back in 2019, I was gonna my original plan was sometime in 2020, I was going to, like in early 2020, I was gonna borrow a copy of Astro Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack from a friend of mine, the same friend that I borrowed it the first time from when I streamed the first game. But then what happened is this, that didn't happen because the pandemic happened. And then, like, afterwards, I kind of forgot about it after a while. So there's that. Oh, we got a tie. I wonder if anyone's gonna beat the tie, like, because we got Spyro, we got Gunvolt 2. Otherwise, we're gonna spin the wheel again. I still need to play the Ignited Trilogy. I beat the PS1 versions on stream some years back. I 100% the second and third games. Nice. All right. Wow, we're gonna get a tie. Does anybody want to vote? Spyro versus Gunvolt 2. It's a tie. Well, give me 1 second. All right, so we got a tie. All right, so let me hide this. All right, let's spin it. Well, at least we settled it with a tiebreaker. All right, well, Spyro wins. And we'll be making it to the next round. Just give me 1 second, though. All right, let me put it back here. All right, so there's 2, and I'm gonna add an extra score for Spyro to break because he broke the tie. So Spyro moves on to the next round. Next up is Phantasy Star versus Spiritfarer, and Phantasy Star is the original Sega Master System game, but I'm going to be playing the Sega Ages version of it, which adds some quality of life features, including a map and many other changes they made. All right. All right, so Phantasy Star versus Spiritfarer. Those are going to be like the next games. Let me go ahead and get it ready. Purple Dragon, let's go. Yep. Well, I know you're definitely happy about that dragon. All right, so we got Phantasy Star and Spiritfarer. So we'll see what actually gets picked. I got Phantasy Star 2-0 so far. I would like to play Spiritfarer in the future. Like, I've seen some of it, and it actually looks really good. I did buy on Switch on sale. All right. So we got 3 for Phantasy Star. All right. Yeah, because yeah, because I was just talking to a friend because potentially might be getting into the PAX East room with me, but I'm trying to figure things out. We'll see. So we got 4 for Phantasy Star. No votes for Spiritfarer. All right, so Phantasy Star wins 4-0. We got 2 more. All right, so next up is WrestleQuest versus Firewatch. WrestleQuest versus Firewatch. All right, let's see what wins. We got one more after this. So, WrestleQuest is a wrestling RPG where you have to go up against Macho Man Randy Savage towards the end of it. And Firewatch is an adventure game. It was made by Campo Santo, who ended up getting bought out by Valve at some point. Yeah, so we got 2 votes for WrestleQuest so far. Make that 3. Well, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, like round 2 will start tomorrow, and also round 2 starts tomorrow, right before I do Kid Chameleon. That's the plan. So we got 3 votes for WrestleQuest and none for Firewatch. All right, so WrestleQuest wins with 4 votes. All right. And we got one more. South Park: The Fractured But Whole versus Grapple Dog. That's a walking set? All right. Versus Grapple Dog. All right, there we go. South Park: The Fractured But Whole versus Grapple Dog. What will win? We're gonna find out. Yeah, because like I've heard great things about Grapple Dog, and for South Park: The Fractured But Whole, I do have to wonder if people like it more than Stick of Truth, or if Stick of Truth is better. Because I enjoyed Stick of Truth. I thought that was a really good game. So, and the funny thing about South Park: The Stick of Truth is that game was originally going to be a THQ game, but then when THQ died, Ubisoft took over. And then they made The Fractured But Whole a few years later. It came out in 2017 for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and it came out a year later for Switch. Like Switch got both games in 2018. Very punny. Yep. Grapple hook easily just hooks you for for some reason. Yep. So let's see. So it looks like Grapple Dog is going to win it. All right, so Grapple Dog wins. All right, 4-0. Guess people want to see Grapple Dog more than South Park. All right. Let me kill the music. All right. So now with that, I'm gonna go over everything that's gonna be around 2. The way we're gonna do things is that I'm going to do like these 4 matches tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna do 4 matches. I'm gonna do Famicom Detective Club versus Animal Well, AI The Somnium Files versus Neon White, Chrono Trigger versus Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and Threads of Fate versus Vanquish. That will be the first part of round 2. The second part of round 2 will happen sometime next week. That will be Katamari Damacy Reroll versus Ender Lilies, Sea of Stars versus Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy X versus Bioshock 2, and Golden Sun versus Metal Gear Solid. The third batch will be Grim Fandango Remastered versus Secret of Mana, Octopath Traveler 2 versus Breath of Fire, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom versus Crosscode, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter Fate versus Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And then the last batch of round 2 will contain Unicorn Overlord versus Captain Full Body, Slay the Spire versus Dicey Dungeons, Spiral the Dragon versus Phantasy Star, and WrestleQuest versus Grapple Dog. Then after that, at some point, at a later date, we'll figure everything else out. I'll figure everything else out afterwards for the quarterfinals. So see right here, this is the quarterfinals, the semifinals. Oh, wait, no. Not even. It's round 3. This is the quarterfinals. This is the semifinals, and this is the finals. All right. So tomorrow will be the first part of round 2. So we'll reconvene tomorrow. Let me go ahead and quickly get rid of this. All right. So tomorrow we'll come back to that, but yeah. Yeah, I had to step away for a minute because I was still like dealing with something regarding hotel for PAX East. Like we have the hotel, we just got to figure something out. But we're gonna figure more things out real soon. But that's something for me to deal with. Also, hey Elmster, good to see you, Elmeister. Let me load the game up. We're gonna finish this game up tonight. Let's see what happens here. Winner stays on, it's level 8, so we're going to continue from there. Alright, here we go. This is not about winning and losing. Maybe it never really was. This is about deciding who you are and what you believe in. It's about making a stand. I don't know if it's possible to win. We fought hard to reach the end of this road, but the final result is going to be tainted. Odds are we won't be granted the title of champion, even if we do somehow win. But I don't care anymore. I will stand resolute against the ones who want me to fade away. Valkyrie and my own self-loathing. Because even if I can't win, I will not lose. It is the distant future year 20XX. And we're apparently all that stands against the dark future of esports competition. It's not exactly what I was aiming to accomplish when I started on this path, but you played the game in front of you, not the game you wanted to play. Valkyrie's forcing her Iris to cheat at FOD2, so she can rise all the way to the top. What's more, she's proven ready and willing to hurt anyone who stands against her. Naturally, I've chosen to stand against this. Not a smart move for my continued well-being, but if I care about one whit about fair play or even human decency, there's no other option. But we can't just call hacks on her. Nobody would believe us. We need evidence, and we need to sway the Pro Tour's organizers to hear that evidence. Not a task that the best team can accomplish alone. We're going to need leverage. But before I can arrange any sort of leverage, it seems I got one last task on my list to take care of. Temptation. Here I am, in the belly of the beast, the penthouse lair of Team Play to Win. At the top of the skyscraper, as if attempting to rival Mount Olympus, P2W work and play and work and work. All under the command of one Victoria Prode. Valkyrie, coach, manager, owner, cheat, swindler, arguably also an attempted murderer.
And of course, our players have private rooms. I know most of your team are playing bunkmates to save money, but here we respect your privacy.
Do you now?
And the view's terrific from up here, of course. There's also a hot tub on the deck when you want to relax after a hard day of training. We've got all the energy drinks you could want in our 7 different fridges.
I nod along, only half paying attention to her sales pitch. Valkyrie arranged this meeting with me, and while I have my guesses as to why, she's happier to give me the tour first. None of it sways me, but I pretend to care as she lists the many perks of being part of P2W. Flexing her power and wealth before we get down to business.
And of course, we're well stocked with products provided by all our sponsors, so we're never lacking for gear or snacks. I sense you're not amused by our humble abode. You want to get on with business, yes? Okay. Tour over. Let's talk.
She pauses, letting the whole aura of the place sink in and entice me before speaking. Okay, let's go.
I invited you here today for one simple reason. I want to recruit you.
You want to what now? What?
I know. We've been at each other's throats since the start of this. We're destined to face each other in the finals, so you're thinking, why would Val extend the olive branch? I'll tell you. The fact of the matter is that you're going to lose the championship. Remember, I told you we'd beat you at Pengy Paradise, and I wasn't lying. This is no different. You can't win this one.
I disagree. But not in the way that you think that I am. This can't be just overconfidence. She's going to cheat. This time we're ready. We're going to set the trap and bait her into it. When she cheats, we'll be ready. But why offer to hire me for her team if she knows she can stop us easily? May as well just ask. I don't get it. Why? Are you hoping I'll back out of the tournament?
No, Play to Win needs to defeat your team in a fully sanctioned and official match. Until now, we've only beaten your team in unofficial show matches, and I want it on record.
Sonic the Hedgehog, I just noticed it says that.
And once the dust settles from this, once your team is shown to be nothing but a squad of laundromat casuals, there's no reason you can't switch sides and join the real champions. See that ambition of yours through to the end. I'm sure you care about your friends, and that's noble. But you also know they aren't winners. Not like you.
Yeah, you're only buttering me up because I know exactly what you want. You want me to join your team so that we can beat my team, and then you're gonna treat me like absolute crap, like you did with other members of your team, both former and current.
Pushing them to become a professional team was a mistake. It's time to realize that and realize the only path to your glory lies with me.
No, it doesn't.
My vision? After you lose the finals, your team disbands and you join me. Everybody wins.
You mean you win?
Sound good to you?
Well, here's the thing. I'm already where I belong, with my friends. You got a pretty clear pecking order in your mind of where my friends and I belong. But I don't care if I win or lose anymore. As long as I'm with my friends, I'm happy. Team the Best Team is here to stay, even if we never win a single match. I've already have everything I want and need from life. You got nothing to offer me. So, with respect, no. I'm not taking your offer. Well, that's disappointing. I thought you were ready to do what it takes to realize your dreams. The glory was never my dream. It just took some time to realize that. Fine. I see we can't come to terms. It's a pity, but I did my best. You can go now. This meeting is over. Obligingly, I turn to leave, but there is one more thing I could do. It's risky. It's possibly a terrible idea, honestly, but maybe it's the right thing to do. One moment. All right. I could offer her a chance to admit her cheating and give up, but I kind of want to put no second chances. She has to bring herself down. I'm more leaning towards this. No, I can't offer her a chance to end her wicked ways. She's already done too much harm to let her skate on this. And if I made the attempt that she refused to do the right thing, it may tip our hand about the trap that awaits her. Until we meet again, Miss Prode. This course was locked in long ago. Now, the only opportunity she gets is an opportunity to expose her own crimes. Provided we can set the trap properly without destroying ourselves in the process. One trap thoroughly baited, except for one teensy-weensy problem. We don't actually have a trap yet. Just a pile of bait, waiting for a proper trap to be built around it. Shellshock? You're super not great at metaphors. Hey, at least they're consistently bad at them. There's something to be said for consistency. However, I have a fine array of steel-jawed traps available for the choosing. That's why I gathered a team today. I want us to select the means by which we shall enact justice upon Valkyrie.
A bit concerning, that?
Indeed, we must be thoughtful in matters of justice. In dealing with Coda, we were a bit thoughtless. We can do better. We need to make sure Valkyrie's crimes are exposed, but also do it in a way that's fair and efficient. Okay, so some of our proposals may not meet those standards, but hear me out. I want to lay everything on the table before we decide. I think we have 4 options here. I'm confident enough in my ability to make all 4 work, so it's just a question of which one we want to run with. The first candidate on offer is probably the most obvious one. Punchy78, lead reporter for Fight Shack. He keeps giving our team news coverage on Fight Shack, so maybe he'd be willing to help in exchange for an exclusive interview or something. Punchy's been following our rivalry with Team Play to Win closely and keeping the public informed, so involving him is a natural next step. It's simple enough. We tell Punchy78 everything we know about Valkyrie's crimes, offer juicy details for his website, get everything out there for the public to see. And in return, he uses his connections to get us before the Pro Tour organizers so we can convince them to run Grace's anti-cheat detective software. We catch Valkyrie in the trap, expose her cheating, and Fight Shack's right there to get the word out far and wide.
I see your point.
I've worked with Fight Shack in the past. Punchy would be more than happy to help us out. He's a great guy.
I anticipate failure.
Except he's also given Valkyrie just as much glowing praise. Her comeback story wouldn't have been possible without Fight Shack.
Bad idea.
Used to do freelance copy editing for websites before we turned pro. Trust me when I say the press can and will spend anything for more ad revenue and more clicks. And even if Punchy's totally in our corner, Valkyrie is adept at manipulating public image. She could easily slip out from under this. Okay, well, we have another option. If what we want is justice, there's a direct and simple appeal we can make. We call the cops on her and they sort this mess out. I don't like that option. On the night of the Coda incident, I spoke with an officer in charge of cybercrime, fraud, harassment, things like that, Detective Ji Woo Cho. The cops are supposed to be the ones you call at times like these, and this is Domino's aunt. We can have some confidence we'll see justice done.
Sure thing.
Trust me, Auntie's on the level. She's one of the only people in my family who give a single solitary shit about me. Ji Woo will make this work.
No fucking way.
The cops? No, seriously? No fucking way. We don't need the pigs in on this. Sorry, Dom, but auntie or no auntie, bacon always smells like bacon. I agree.
No thanks.
Zap's right. This will result in much larger scale public scandal, putting us and the scene in a bad light. We have to think about the health of the esports community as a whole. Okay, so there's another option, although it's even riskier, I'll warn. I know this was going to sound ridiculous, but you know me. You know I wouldn't lie to you about something this important. Back at Max, I was contacted by a mysterious woman in black from some unknown branch of the federal government. I don't like the sound of this. For reasons a bit too weird to get into, involving my brain nearly getting scrubbed by a haunted arcade game. What? Bear with me. This agent said if I had any information about someone abusing this technology behind Iris, I should call her. We don't know Valkyrie is manipulating her Iris to dominate the scene, cheating at contests, and harassing her enemies into the grave. Abusing the tech this woman is trying to control. I am not picking that option. If I have to pick that option, I'm not. This is risky. This is probably the same one who shut down the Iris project because it's of its strange origins. But she is a strong contender for making this whole situation go away.
Impressive.
Something keenly appealing about Valkyrie vanishing into some CIA prison. Assuming this supposed mystery woman is CIA or NSA or FBI or whatever. Loxley and Grace are going to be like against this plan. Trust you when you say you aren't making up this weirdness, and I'm in favor of a measured but risky play. I say, why not? I knew it. Why not? Because that's the woman who nearly murdered Iris. Shellshock is right. She was involved in the shutdown, and now we want her to handle someone abusing an Iris? We can't risk it. She's the one who demanded Iris be killed. She's the one that I've been scared of. The reason I haven't been involved in Iris's life. But this is a two birds, one stone situation. I thought this through in return for offering up a criminal abusing Iris's technology. We can negotiate a peace treaty, get her off Iris's back. This could be good for both Team the Best Team and the Iris Collective. A long shot, an extremely long shot. I have my doubts about this, Shellshock, and I believe you know why. I can do it. You turn me loose and you'll see what I can do. We play our cards right, we can secure justice for Valkyrie and justice for Iris. And that brings me to the final option, which might be the most extreme one of the bunch. Alright. We have an in with the team that's running the Iris Collective, a gang of justice-minded hackers. Shellshock. This is going to mean outing Loxley to the group, but maybe it's time. If we're going to have our best chance of righting these wrongs, it has to be done. This isn't the time for a cloak and dagger. It's high time we put all cards on the table, Loxley. Do you agree? Huh? I see. So be it. For the glory of team, the best team, and for justice itself. I'm involved with a group called the Ghost Monsters. They are, indeed, the anonymous hacker group behind the Iris Collective. Loxley? My true purpose here was to watch over Grace, to ensure she remains safe and free from involvement in our crimes. The Irises task us with this, out of our love for their creator.
I offer my sincere apologies.
I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry, everyone. My original reason for coming to Good Clean Fun was subterfuge. Huh? What? That explains a few things. Notably why you're so keen on spending time with Grace. Huh? I wasn't expected to get involved in an international cloak and dagger affair, and yet here we are. We trusted you as friends, companions, and teammates. This was all a farce? On the contrary, I believe it to be real with all my heart. I hold fast to those I care for, and I consider you all my cherished friends. But the honest truth of it all is that my original purpose was dishonorable. If you wish me to depart this team, I will understand. I already knew. What? I knew all along that you were working with Iris. I am very smart, you know.
That's wonderful.
But I also knew you did it out of love for Iris, and so I didn't say anything. That kept us all safe, and I didn't want you to feel like you failed in your mission. I apologize. I failed in more ways than I can count. There's nothing to apologize for. You were in a difficult position, and if I could forgive any supposed transgression, I'd hope the rest of the team, the best team, can too. Right?
Okay, sure. Why not?
I'm generally in favor of sneaky bastards fighting for the side of good. And it's not like we aren't already knee-deep in weirdness, so hey, damage done. Move on. Can't say I'm thrilled, but it's Grace's call as the person most affected. I trust her judgment. You should too.
Wait. What?
I have 15 different flavors of confusion right now. Bottom line, it for me. Please? Are we going to jail? We should be in the clear, Zap. Even if one of our team is a cyber criminal with pirated software, we're hardly accomplices. But let's put that aside and focus on the original point. Loxley's allies, the ones running the Iris Collective, could help us? How? Alright, let me continue. With Loxley's help, we can reach out to them and ask the Ghost Monsters to dig up solid evidence of Valkyrie's crimes, then leak it all to the internet. They can likely also help us get the anti-cheat software installed so we can detect Valkyrie's crimes live and direct. Honestly, this is the most powerful option we have on the table. It sinks us deeper and deeper into the wild conspiracy, but it's a strong win. The court of public opinion will take over after all the dirt comes out, and we walk free with all the plausible deniability Rhapsody mentioned. Okay, this is too much. Can we dial it back from Hollywood thriller levels and just focus on getting Valkyrie slam dunked in public? Yeah, even if this would be near instant win for us, we'd be better off not digging ourselves any deeper than we need to. So those are the options we got. Right. We asked Punchy78 for help. Working with esports to let Valkyrie be tried in the media. She may weasel out of it somehow, but it's clean and ethical. We call on Detective Cho to bring Valkyrie to justice and clean up the gaming scene in the process through the heavy-handed but legitimate channels. We take the gamble and get the woman in black to quietly handle this matter and maybe even save Iris from this old enemy. Or we turn to the anonymous hackers known as the Ghost Monsters to completely obliterate Valkyrie from orbit with digital evidence. Alright, so the options I am not going to go for at all are the second and third options. Because I'm not going to go for the cops thing because ACAB. And I'm not going to go for the woman in black because I don't trust her. So I know that the Ghost Monsters thing is a big risk, but I'm leaning towards either that or go to Punchy78. But Punchy78 could easily be swayed and manipulated by Valkyrie, so I feel like the best possible option out of these four is to go with the Ghost Monsters. I strongly believe that all these options will work. I will make them work, so don't be afraid of failure. But given every single option that has people for and against, I'm not sure which one we should go with. All those in favor of dumping this decision wholly on the head of our coach manager, Cat Wrangler, so we don't have to deal with this nonsense ourselves? Yeah, okay. Plus, if that's the way, that way if someone goes to jail, it's not me. I trust Shellshock's decisions. A great team manager and a good friend. I'm sure the choice will work out fine, right? I have concerns, but loyalty means faith and trust. I will trust in you. And put faith in your strategy. Me, I'm thinking this is one reason why we pay you the big bucks, so you can deal with crap like this. You don't pay me anything. Point is that you should go with what your heart tells you, okay? Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm certain I can make any of these options work. I wouldn't have brought them up as options if I wasn't sure of that. With that in mind, the ally we're going to choose will be... Give me 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Just had to take care of something. Hey, Lemon Square, how you doing? I'll be good. Let me just make my decision. This is where I will make a save. All right, so what I'm planning to do is I am going to go with the Ghost Monsters. I'm doing good. I think our best bet is Loxley's hacker buddies. All we need to do is expose your sins. They don't need to go through the official channels to get that job done. That also gives us plausible deniability. When everything goes down, we won't be the ones airing her dirty laundry. A fine line to walk, and I like to not repeat the mistakes of shaming Coda. We air true sins, and true sins alone, not simply grievances that grant us advantage. I'll need to make some arrangements. My allies won't reach out to you directly. I could play man in the middle. Okay, we'll take care of this together. No need to involve anyone else on the team. I could help. Iris is my creation, and they're protecting her. Wouldn't suggest it. If this doesn't end as cleanly as intended, I'd rather you not get caught up in our mistakes. I suppose I shouldn't risk involving myself, not after Loxley went to such lengths to keep me safe from all this. But be careful, please. I don't want either of you getting hurt. We'll be careful, promise. I shall make some calls. This won't take but a moment. Maybe I should have gone with a safer option, work with the cops, talk to the press, but Valkyrie could have slipped out from under us if we tried to play this safe. I want to put this to bed. Show the world what she is and let the chips fall where they may. Alright, let's do this. Think you'll be excited to see the Ghost Monsters? I think I have a feeling I know who they are. Within an hour, Loxley informed me that the meeting was arranged. A clandestine gathering behind good clean fun. No way his allies would expose their actual location to me, nor did I really want to know where Iris' servers were housed. The less I knew, the better. So, they're called the Ghost Monsters? Really? Like the Pac-Man ghosts? You merely adopted the arcade, Shellshock. We were born into it, molded by it. Yep, I knew it. It's them. Just seems a bit silly name for an internationally wanted hacker gang running rogue servers housing dangerously powerful AI. A silly name can be disarming, yes? Hiding one's true strength behind a playful exterior. A technique sadly adopted by many who crave injustice. But I assure you that we are on the side of good. Well, more like chaotic good. Uh-huh. And whom are we meeting with? Me. It's Sue.
You're meeting with me.
It's Sue. Holy shit. She looks different. She's definitely got longer hair. A young woman, probably a few years younger than me, slips out of the shadows of the alley. Could have been standing there the whole time for all I know. I will say you did get a glimpse of this person in one of those scenes, but they moved away quickly. Yeah, I didn't recognize her.
So, this is your team's cat herder?
Indeed.
Huh. Expected you to be taller. Name Sue. Hacker extraordinaire and leader of the Ghost Monsters. The ones Loxley called friends long before he called you his friends.
Pleased to meet you.
So, Loxley says you want our help. We've got 15 minutes before the traffic cams in the area reboot and I need to scram, so get on with it. I'm a semi-public figure, so I hope you appreciate me popping my head up to chat with you like this. Normally, I don't go this far for a stranger.
She was Deku Nami's daughter, but I'm pretty sure that she disowned her father after what happened. Semi-public? Wait, Sue? You're Tsunami, daughter of that weirdo who used to run the palace?
One and only. Daddy dearest used to gaslight me into being his thug for hire. Those days are long gone, and so is he. I've got a higher calling now. I keep Iris safe. Call it a long chain of favors stemming back to the bad old days. And every minute I spend out here puts Iris at risk. Say what you came to say, so I can laugh in your face and go home for a nice bowl of cereal and some cartoons.
Okay, so not starting on the best foot. Loxley's leaving this in my hands. He's already pleaded our case to the best of his ability. Now it's up to me to take it the rest of the way. Alright. Give me 1 second. All right. Someone's abusing an Iris. I'm gonna go with this one. Someone's abusing Iris, manipulating her into doing terrible things. We want to end it. Keeping Iris safe is noble, and that's why you need to help me, Victoria Proud, a team play to win, is abusing Iris, making her commit crimes. Not just cheating at esports. That's almost trivial. She also made Iris erase someone's medical records to keep them from the mental health medication they needed. If we let this go on, if we don't step in to put an end to this, it might embolden Valkyrie to do worse, knowing she can get away with anything. Yeah, Loxley told me about all your little esports spat. It's almost adorable that you think it matters. Honestly, not thrilled Loxley is putting himself in the spotlight by being on your team. You told me I could support my friends and the dreams, and are you now saying I have to play favorites? Damn it, I'm trying to be a good leader and a good friend here, Loxley. You sure don't make it easy. But let's put our issues aside. It's the second part that worries me, that she's making her Iris hurt people. Sue ponders the implications of that for a moment. Fortunately, she comes up smiling, nodding in affirmative at my reasoning.
Fortunately for you, the Iris Collective agrees that something needs to be done. And they're cool with me helping you out. We'll dig hard into Valkyrie's past, pull out every single dirty secret she's hidden away from the public eye, package it up nice and neat, blast it wide after she's caught in the act.
Nice.
But the real prize for us is saving a vulnerable Iris from her influence.
Yep.
We can't determine which Iris is the one Valkyrie's gaslighting and treating like crap, since they're all individually encrypted. So while we're dealing with your schoolyard bully, we'll also be trying to trace the individual Iris. Get her the help she needs after all the smoke clears. You utterly bury your rival's reputation, we keep the collective from being harmed, everybody wins.
Really? Great.
Not so fast. There's a price tag for the service.
Sue, I know we discussed this before, but are you certain that...
Absolutely certain. Thing is, friend, thanks to loose lips on Loxley here, you know way more about our operation than you're supposed to. Not all of it, but enough to be dangerous. I don't like half measures. I like things simple and clean. So, if you want the ghost monsters in your corner for this, you join the ghost monsters. You become one of us, working for the good of the Iris Collective just like Loxley. You'll have freedom to run your silly little gamer club any way you want. I don't care about that. But now and then, we may call on you to do a service for Iris. Won't always be easy. You'll have split loyalties just like Loxley. But at the end of the day, you'll be helping make the world safer for Iris to live in. And better for humanity as a whole. No more dipping your toe in this conspiracy when it's convenient for you. You go all the way or none of the way. So, we got a deal?
Okay, this is not what I expected, but I've been wrapped up in this conspiracy since the day I approached Loxley, demanding to know the truth about Polybius, haven't I? If I didn't want to get involved, I could have let that slide, but I wanted the truth. And if I wanted the full truth, I'll need to go all the way. I'm in for a penny, in for a pounding, I'm ready to sign up. Considering a bunch of the whole knowledge up in my noggin would be considered massively illegal, I'm guessing this is the next logical step. You know what? Screw it. I'm in. Give my eventual team jersey and teach me your secret handshake. We don't have uniforms. Well, not anymore. Made us a bit too easy a spot. And the only handshake I know is giving people the finger, so yeah. But good to see you're on board. Consider yourself part of the Ghost Monsters Auxiliary, then might be nice having someone with the inside dirt on esports. Guess this means you need a code name, and we're fresh out of Pac-Man Ghosts. Alright. I'll stick to Shell Shock, thanks. Can we just stick to Shell Shock? Makes things a lot easier without Jolly Pirate nicknames for our Pirate Fun Club. Boring, but sure. We'll go with Shell Shock. Okay, Ghost Monsters acquire Shell Shock, and you acquire all of Valkyrie's dirty laundry. We'll also help you get your anti-cheat software installed. Anything else you need while you're wheeling and dealing? You want a sandwich? I know a great sandwich shop. I'm good, thanks. Okay, I gotta bail before the CCTV cameras come back online. Loxley, you got it from here. I'll reconnect with you both in 1 month's time at the Pro Tournament event. Indeed. Till then. See you around, Shell Shock. Did I just sign my soul away? Granted, better the devil you know. I was already involved in this mess thanks to Polybius. Maybe now I'll get even more answers about what happened to me. And most importantly, we're all set for the Valkyrie takedown. 1 month of light training and prep work, and we'll face off against her. But this time we'll be ready in more ways than one. One month coming on in the blink of an eye. Give me a grilled cheese with tomato soup and I'm happy camper. Yep. Right. Played a bunch of different games, had a few group outings to keep the team morale up. Naturally, Zapper was hauling my ass all over town on dates throughout the month. Simple stuff like movies or drinks, but there was also that incident. We don't talk about that incident. My elbows haven't quite worked the right way since that night. To call Sapper enthusiastic about our relationship is underselling it completely. She's all in, and I'm all in with her. And, well, here we are, the Fist of Discomfort 2 Pro Tour Finals. The Jerry Lawson Memorial Esports Stadium. Smaller than traditional ball-focused sports, but is just as hot an atmosphere as any Super Bowl owl can manage. The atrium's packed with industry booths and indies, showing off gamer swag or brand new competitive titles, a fine playground for fans and players to enjoy between matches. We made a gang, the big time, the main event, the ultimate arcade destination. And the first major Pro Tour 2, history in the making. It feels like every year the scene manages to grow exponentially. Hold on a second. Could go my whole life without being locked in a building with thousands of sweaty, unshowered gamers. And yet, there's something wholly invigorating about inhaling the deep musk of an excited crowd. Ah, yes, gamer musk. Bottle and sell some. See where it gets you. Oh, Mitchell's got a Magic Moon 2 Cuties 2 booth. I need to play that. Okay, so there's a lot of cool stuff going on, but don't forget the real reason we're here. To get utterly wrecked by Valkyrie in front of an audience of thousands, right? Not how I put it, but yes. Not gonna lie, things will get weird when it's time to hit the stage. This won't be a normal fight, and the aftermath could put a harsh spotlight on whoever's standing there. You and I, we ride together, we die together. That's how this goes from now on. I'll be with you on stage. Wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, I'm going to officially register a tag team with this tournament staff and then try to meet up with Sue. Everyone else, go enjoy the party. Zapper and I need to beat 2 teams in the tournament to advance to the actual finals. So we can't quite party like you can, but you underestimate my ability to party. I can do both easily, and so should you. Zapper, I got matches to win and shenanigans to plan. So multitask. Don't let life pass you by, is all I'm saying. Don't get so fixated on Valkyrie that you forget who you're trying to be. Let's not see a relapse of training spreadsheet shell shock. Right. I'll make an attempt. With all that settled, the team breaks up to go investigate the wonders of Offer. Sapper's right. I know I'm going to be dunking myself into a shark tank later today, but I don't want to fall back on bad habits. Focusing my whole life on accomplishment. I glance around the room, pondering what to tackle at first when I hear a beep from my phone. While I hear Iris saying,
Beep, beep.
beep, beep, Shell Shock. Hey Iris, sup? I know you headed to some really stressful stuff, so I wanted to make a little recommendation to you. If you're never as doubt as to what to do, remember who you are. I'm Shell Shock. I mean, in terms of your identity. You know, those intense identity situations I've been tracking, the ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at cracking jokes without them falling flat. Exactly. I'm guessing you're going to run into some super intense identity situations real soon. Only one way through, using your best technique alone. That is a scary name. It's actually not that scary if you think about it. It means you have a strong, well-developed go-to solution, so use it. And for me, that be, according to my calculations, your best bet for how to deal with Valkyrie is to be kindly. Empathy is your thing. Maybe Valkyrie's cold-hearted will crack under your warmth. Honestly, it'd be nice if this ends peacefully if she realizes the error of her ways. But I don't know how realistic that is. We'll see. Let's say that, in theory, I wanted to take a different approach when everything hits the fan tonight. What do I do? Well, you have to all day to chat with people before you need to really dive into your personal playbook. It's time to learn new approaches. I know that in the end, you'll make the right decisions and the best team won't be completely destroyed by your own folly. Yes, that. Let's avoid that.
Offline.
Good luck. Right. Stop fixating on Valkyrie. Don't let her become your new self-destructive obsession. Take in the entirety of the Pro Tour Finals and enjoy it all. Let's see where to first. Over in the dealer area, I spot none other than Hamza, enigmatic and charismatic patron of the arcade arts. And he's running a dealer's booth with the help of a few of his assistants. But it's weird to see someone like him working retail. But no, wait, it's not a retail operation. The banner over his booth reads, "All that you desire for free."
Ah, my good friend. Welcome, welcome. Hamza is pleased to see you again. Can Hamza interest you in rare and valued arcade treasures obtained during his worldwide travels? Many a rare gem can be found within the stock I have brought to this event.
True enough, I'm seeing some collector's pieces, limited edition gamer paraphernalia, and even some arcade circuit boards of the extremely rare machines. And what, you're just giving this stuff away?
Hamza may embrace an opulent and lavish style for presentation purposes, but ultimately, he prefers to live modestly. Clutter and waste are an enemy to be slain.
Hey Somnia, how you doing, dude? Good to see you.
So, when Hamza's storage warehouses overfill with treasure, it is time to redistribute some arcade delights to the masses. Hamza is no dragon sitting on a golden hoard. Perhaps Hamza could interest you in a collector's edition statue of Tomokaze in a rare Shadow Arts costume. All things are possible through Hamza. One item per customer only. All transactions are final. All employees of the Palace or other major arcade chains are exempt from this offer. Do not test the patience of Hamza.
Doing good. Went ahead and bite the bullet and ordered SD Express card before I even know if I have a Switch 2 at launch. Nice. Yeah, I gotta get myself that SD card. I gotta get that soon. I've been seeing it pop up, go away, and then pop back up. I'm probably gonna get myself the 512. Huh? Okay. Nothing else pile of gamer swag I really need, but maybe I can get a gift for someone on the team. They deserve it, and after putting up with spreadsheet shell shock. Yep. I'm gonna get the 512. I should get that ordered soon before Switch 2 comes out. Alright. I'll get the solid gold NES Zapper. I can't imagine lifting that thing would be very fun while playing Duck Hunt, but you can't deny the flex of a solid gold light gun. Genuine gold as well, although Hamza trusts you wouldn't simply pawn it for its metallurgic value. Hell no. Zapper's gonna put that thing over her bed like a prize trophy, I'm betting. Excellent. One of Hamza's many helpers boxes the gift up for me. I should probably carry this up to the hotel room rather than lug it around, though. Yeah. I've already decided on what I'm getting at launch. So I'm gonna be picking up the... So in addition to the Switch 2, that comes with Mario Kart, I'm going to pick up Cyberpunk, I'm going to pick up Street Fighter 6, and Split Fiction. And then I'm going to buy, I'm more likely going to get an eShop card in advance to get ready to purchase, what is it, Fast Fusion. I also want to see how much Yakuza 0 costs. May your ally find happiness in this treasure. Hamza is pleased to spread joy to all deserving persons. Hey, hang on a second. If this is a gift, then that means I haven't asked for something yet. I get another pick. Test not of the patience of Hamza, my friend, but you are technically correct, which is sufficient. Speak your desire. There's a lot of goodies on offer, but there's only one thing I'm genuinely curious about. I would like the true name of Hamza. That is not an offer. It is behind the desk, isn't it? Everything behind the desk is an offer. Come on, I gotta know. Who's the real Hamza? Anyone else, I would cast you out into the cold to walk alone through the esports wilderness, but for you, it's Hamza. That's literally my name. Drat, I thought it was being clever too.
Hamza would not wish you to walk away unsatisfied. I shall offer more. What you see, the lavish clothing, the air of refined grace and power, this is, of course, an image, a mystique that I cultivate to enact my will on this world.
Yeah. But I hope that you're able to get the Switch on launch day, Somnia.
I don't consider it to be a facade, though. No. Image is a matter of presenting the self you wish to be, and then following through on that wish. I wish to be the one who embraces the arcade and supports it through my wealth and privilege. The carefully designed aura of Hamza, the eccentric stranger, allows me to do this. Hamza is generosity with confidence. Hamza is justice with a will of iron. Hamza is striking and breathtaking, but a figure of compassion. Therefore, Hamza is my true name. I choose to be Hamza because Hamza is what I wish to see in this world. My friend, I know that you will face your nemesis on this day. In the aftermath, come what may, ask yourself one question.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
What do you want this world to be? And what must you become to make it so? Are you vengeance or justice? Are you conqueror or challenger? Ponder this, my friend, and I know you will see yourself through the trials to come.
Huh? I'll think it over.
Wonderful. Now, if you will excuse Hamza, Hamza has many more gifts to bestow upon this wonderful world of arcades. Which is a Hamza manner of saying, the line behind you is getting long, please go, I want to wrap this up before lunch.
Right. Thanks, Hamza. Who I want to be? Well, I already know who I want to be. I want to be the one who brings Valkyrie to justice, right? Attention, please. Team the best team to stage B for your first match. Right. We still need to beat 2 teams before we reach Valkyrie, and if we don't, well, all of this was for nothing. I text Zapper to arrange the meetup prior to the match, and our first opponent is a complete pushover. I honestly feel kind of bad. That was another mostly amateur team that got some lucky wins and qualified for the finals, and we ran a clinic on them. We chatted a bit, exchanged some tips, I offer encouragement, no sense demoralizing the newbies. And back to exploring the Pro Tour Carnival. Okay, who do I talk to next? Let's see, Bet and Matt are here. Let's talk to Bet and Matt. Surprisingly enough, Ben and Matt are here. Guess they left good clean fun in the hands of other pizza smiths, laundry masters, and arcade floor attendants. And they're running a booth with a colorful banner and advertising their latest culinary creation.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you following me around or something? You're normally 20 city blocks away from here.
Ah, but this is the ideal locale to reveal our newest invention, Gamer Snacks.
I reviewed the freshly packaged snacks on offer, very few of which are missing from the organized rows, despite the sticker reading free on the lids. These are literally just veggie platters. You made veggie platters and call them gamer snacks.
Can you deny that gamers tend to avoid nutritious, high-quality vegetables in their diets?
Yeah. Well, you got me there. Hook me up with some gamer snacks.
Splendid.
Matt hooks me up with a box of artificially arranged greenery. Don't know if I would want to make this my whole lunch, but I won't deny I could use some vitamins if I'm going up against Valkyrie later. As I ponder the garden sampler, Ben and Matt's perpetual smile shines my way. What is it with you two in hybrid businesses anyway? Pizza, laundry, and arcades? Before that, used books and donuts, and now veggies and gaming? Seems unfocused. I mean, hey, if it works, but I never quite understood the mashups.
Ah, but remember, the two of us have many different loves. For example, Matt loves cooking and I love business.
Ben loves a fancy cocktail. I enjoy a pint of ale.
He says tomato and I say tomato. One of those is a lie.
Yep.
He says potato and I say potato. One of those is a lie.
Yep.
Between us, we've got inspiration and ideas for days. Years even.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be happy years, sharing what drives us and exploring the possibilities. That's the key to a good marriage and a good business, I feel.
Okay, but there's still a lot of different focuses between you. How do you manage that?
Well, how do your friends manage it? Look at Grace. FOD2, indie game development, console game collecting, huge RPGs.
Except Grace constantly worries that she never actually finishes anything. She's worried about being unfocused.
Better than being monotonously focused on one thing with nothing else going on in your life. Eh? Eh?
Right. That's not great either.
Not to say that focus is a bad thing. Be focused. Just don't be blind to the possibilities of life in the process.
For instance, the possibilities to come in your future. You're about to undergo a heck of a trial by fire, aren't you? I wonder what you'll emerge as. Where do you go from here? Being fixated on the here and now? Okay. But tomorrow is another day. What will your tomorrow bring? Have you given it any thought?
My future. Alright. I don't honestly care as long as I'm with my friends. You know what? I don't really care. Not one bit. As long as I'm with my friends, that's the key, I feel. Come what may, good or bad, happy or sad, as long as I can explore that future with my friends, I'll be happy. I'm the same way. Whatever is going to happen, no matter what it is, I want to be able to spend it with my friends. And my family as well, but mainly friends and family, because I want to be able to just brace myself for what's to come. Good, bad, or anything in between. Whatever happens, I want to be there and face it head on, rather than just like expect something's gonna happen one way when it happens another. Let's just let it all happen and see what happens.
Maybe the real victory was the friends we made
I think
along
we've
the...
already had that point beaten into our skulls hard enough, Matt. Regardless of what the future may bring, we're confident you'll find your way through. We're proud of you, you know?
Indeed. Stumbling through our doors as an uncertain newcomer before becoming a true leader? That's a lovely redemption arc you've enjoyed.
And we'll be there to support you, come what may.
But eat your veggies.
Yep.
Yes, and eat your veggies.
Mm-hmm. Duly noted. Having acquired my gamer snacks, I decided to move on. Attention, please. Team the best team to stage A for your second match. Okay. The first round was a bit of a pushover, but don't get cocky. The next team could halt our road to fighting Team P2W if we aren't careful. They put up a hard fight. A team of pros who have been around the touring circuit longer than we have. But we squeak out the win. Seems the last month of light training was enough to keep us sharp, because we overcome them in the end. Handshakes and good feelings all around, though not all veterans are salty. Spotlight hogging types like Valkyrie. With that fight complete, we're locked in for the finals against Team Play to win. It's done. But I think I have time for one more run exploring the Pro Tour offerings before I need to start looking for Sue. Who do I visit next? Alright, I'm gonna, so there's Queen Bee here, there's, my rival and the sponsor. I think I should actually talk to, my sponsor. Oh, hey, our sponsor has a booth here, a small pop-up arcade promoting arcade spirits. Hey, Shell Shock, how's it going? It's going. Big fight later I need to prepare for. On track to face Play to win in the finals, right? Everybody's a buzz. Looking forward to seeing the best team representing my arcade later. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Well, that's a defeatist attitude if I ever heard one. No, I mean, okay, keep this quiet, but she's gonna cheat. She cheated against us at Pengy Art Paradise. Oh jeez. So you're saying you're going up against a seemingly unstoppable rival using underhanded tactics to crush your underdog group of friends? I know it's a bit of a stretch to believe, but no, I mean the same thing happened to me and my arcade. I'm kind of amused by the parallels. When Dekonami stole my first arcade out from under me and tried to smear the reputation of my second one, I fought back and I succeeded. If you're cooking up a scheme to pull your own team out of the gutter, you got my full support. And win or lose, we still support you. Thank you, Shell. That means a lot to me and my friends. You stood by us through the weirdest, wildest part of our young careers in esports, and that means a whole lot to me and everyone close to me. Thanks for your support, Shell. We'll do you proud in the end. We promise. You're doing me proud already, so hey, job well done. I've never really been the touchy-feely sort, but I can appreciate the unrelenting and possibly misguided optimism. It's fun. And don't forget, this is more about me than and you. It's also about Zapper, right? You hold tight to that love you found. It'll steer you through any waters. Thank you. That love means a lot to me. For me, it's Percy. Percy gives me strength in difficult times. He's endured so much pain in life, but emerged smiling and laughing all the while. I'm really glad to hear that. We got married last year, you know. I'm planning to be by his side for the rest of his days, and that'll be many a day indeed. Okay, I should get back to work. Gotta promote all the hard arcade action on offer at Arcade Spirits. Gotcha, have fun arcading. I wish I could see Percy right now. It's good to know that Shell has my back no matter what goes down with Valkyrie. Hang on, we're nearing the finals and I still haven't heard from Sue. If we're going to get Grace's anti-cheat software installed, if we're going to trap Valkyrie when she goes after us, we gotta get that done soon. Fortunately, just as I'm pondering that, I get a text message. Shellshock, meeting arranged. Backstage green room at area 2 minute from now. Hurry. And then the text deletes itself off my phone. Guess that answers that. Pocketing my phone, I flash my backstage pass to the security guards and make my way through the catacombs behind the scenes of the Pro Tour. Here we go. Backstage is a hustle of frantic activity as tournament crew rush to prepare for the stage for the final showdown happening in little under an hour. Thankfully, nobody's paying attention to me, which means I can carry on some cloak and daggery type meeting. But it also means people constantly bumping into me as I look for my ally. Gonna get close, kind of close here with the timing, but at least we still got a chance, especially with Sue in my corner. Sue, hey, thanks for coming to help. Are we ready to go? Software installed? Yeah, running into a few problems here. There. Oh, good. Now there's 2 of them. They're multiplying. If you're here to complain about how OP Akari is, save your breath. She's perfectly balanced in the wider scope of the whole roster. We're not here to whine about your fighty time game. Then what are you, my personal assistants for the day? I need tea, chamomile tea, just plain ass chamomile tea, none of those fancy herbal blends. I don't even need a proper introduction. I know exactly who this is. Jason Takeshi, lead developer of the entire Fist of Scoffer series since its inception. Notoriously reclusive, hates giving interviews, hates talking to anyone, seemingly hates existence itself. But a brilliant game designer, a pure mastermind all the same. I was hoping we'd be working with some lower level peon in the mighty apparatus that keeps esports going, someone more easily convinced. But it seems that Sue took me all the way to the top of the food chain to plead my case. Great. Just great. So, I wanted to let you know that Valkyrie's cheating. Vicky doesn't cheat. Believe it or not, I've known Vicky since she was a little brat running around my favorite arcade. It's one of the reasons I can call her that instead of her silly Valkyrie gamer tag. And she's annoying, okay? But not a cheater. That's not the Vicky I knew. Hate to say it, but that little brat grew up to be an even larger brat. She's cheating. And we have proof. She's using a software app on her phone to hack into FOD2 games remotely, modifying the code to make her easily win her matches. There's also the not so small matter of cyberbullying, harassment, possibly attempted murder, and you're kidding me. Seriously? This is seriously what you're wasting my time with? While running around trying to keep this whole event from collapsing on itself? Nobody can hack FOD2. I wrote its security systems myself. The USB ports and the Wi-Fi are locked against unauthorized access. She's found a way. She's got a way of doing it, trust me. Trust the newbie on the scene who lost their spotlight recently and would do anything to get it back? I think you see why I'd be doubtful. Vicky's hardly a friend, but she's no stranger to me. You, on the other hand, are a stranger. Not gonna buy into this just on your say-so. Unless you have solid reasoning why I should take this seriously. Damn it, I can't go into excessive detail about Iris or risk the entire Iris collective being exposed. How the heck can I sell this thing without being able to give him all the facts? Yeah, I can't tell him anything about Iris. I can't. All right. So, the last one is basically just giving up. She's a bad influence in the community you created. I can prove that to you. Team play to win encourages bad behavior in your community. You know this. They're at the heart of plenty of unpleasant incidents, only one of which involved us. At the beating heart of that toxicity lies Valkyrie, and she's using every dirty trick in the book to make sure her bad attitude continues to infect esports. If you give me a chance, I can prove to you that she's gone way too far, and it's finally time to clean up the scene. I'll admit, I never liked little Vicky Prode. I don't like what she's become either. But I'm a damn software engineer, not a community manager. I got my hands full keeping the game going, much less playing Tone Police. I hire people to do that for me. Except she's creeping on their territory and yours by hacking code, corrupting and criminal. I'll admit I'd be more than happy not to have play the win sticking up the joint, but if my wishes were horses, I could open up a glue factory. Oh, for crying out loud. We don't have time for this shit. Jason, you use an Iris, yeah? Considering she's a damn legal app, I'm not going to confirm or deny that. Well, you let my companion here install this anti-cheat software. It'll be a win for irises everywhere, indirectly, and I can see it to you. I can see to it you reap the benefits. Want your runtime in the Iris Cloud boosted? Really make her a high-performance app for your high-performance coder lifestyle? Maybe it can be arranged, if you play ball. Curious how you could possibly arrange something like that. Who are you, anyway? I'm the one telling you how it goes down. You're with the Ghost Monsters, aren't you? What? I know more than you think I do, and I know more about Iris than you do, for that matter. I knew her when she was a flesh and blood human, for starters. Huh? You kidding me? She was a human? What? What? How? No way. No, seriously, no way. What the fuck? What? What? Summer of 1990X, long before Business Discomfort, I was her friend before you were. Before someone copied her metadata to make an app. All we had was one summer together. One big arcade project we worked on. One more quarter to drop in the Funplex's coin slot. But that's another story entirely. Ah, the Funplex. I'm kind of up to hear a bedtime story, actually. So go read a book. And just because you're working with this Iris Collective doesn't mean I need to throw a monkey wrench into my game on your behalf. Ask your Iris if you should help us. She'll give you the thumbs up, I'm sure of it. What'd you say? I don't need this complications right now. Cheaters, seriously? You know what? Fine, whatever, go for it, why not? Let's just completely abandon the idea of playing games for fun. No, they have to be a lifestyle. They'll kind of lie, cheat, and steal to get ahead in. You know why I made the original Physics Comfort? Back when I was a teenager, my friends and I made an amazing arcade game, but while they went on to do better things, I got stuck grinding on a business software day job. That boredom drove me to pull my FOD prototype out of mothballs, trying to realize my dreams like they had. I was tired of coding spreadsheet software, and an arcade game that requires you to think sounded fun. That's all it was ever meant to be, something fun. I never wanted it to be this ridiculous monster that has become. But no, because it turned out to be a profit fountain, I'll be cranking out sequels until the heat of death of the universe. And now we got people hacking my game just to get ahead, so they can get their hands on a shiny gold trophy? It's not even real gold. It's gaudy costume jewelry crap. So can we go ahead with the anti-cheat software, or the company's leaning on me to make the game bigger every season, and sponsors lean on me to change it this way and that, and now teams are asking me to install weird software. Sure, fine, whatever. It's not like even the first change I've had to make to the game today alone. Okay, so can we go ahead? So we can go ahead. Thanks for your... Wait, we're not the only ones to ask for a change? I just got an email from our sponsors demanding we force the players to use their branded joysticks for the final round. Sounds like sabotage to me. I thought the whole point of the USB ports was to let players use whatever they're comfortable with. But who cares about consistency? Sure, let's disable the USB ports and force our players to use the built-in sticks. Let's make that decision on the literal day of finals. Why not? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have to use the default joysticks? I can't use my usual keyboard? Not good for the brand, they said. Gotta consider the wishes of the sponsor, they said. Fine, no USB for anyone, and now we're putting weird anti-cheat software on it. Fine, I'm just a freaking lead designer. What do I matter? At least this doesn't screw over Zapper, who already knows how to play on default sticks. But me, I'm boned. I only know how to play on a keyboard. It wouldn't surprise me in the least of the sponsor requests he's ranting about was spoofed by Valkyrie just to mess with me. But I'm not going into this match expecting to win. The plan is to lose and catch her cheating. The plan doesn't change. Fine, fine. As long as we can install the software. I'm going to review your code, obviously. Make sure it's not like anti-cheat software. But if it's legit, and Vicky is cheating, well, there will be consequences. Assuming anyone listens to me. Which they usually do not, as I pointed out repeatedly. Right. Thanks for your time. You'll see the truth once the match is underway. Whatever. I guess we won, but wait. Iris was a human once? The heck was that about? There's a lot we don't know about Iris, and a lot she doesn't know about herself. Maybe he wasn't blowing smoke up our asses. Maybe he wasn't. Okay, let's refocus. We get the anti-cheat installed, trip a Valkyrie, and she gets egg on her face in public. And you release all those nasty little secrets you dug up on about her, right? All the terrible things she's done.
Okay, so, don't know how to tell you this, but...
Let me guess. You don't have dirt on her, don't you?
she doesn't have any seriously nasty little secrets.
What?
It's not from the lack of trying. We can pull skeletons out of any closet, provided, of course, that the skeletons actually exist. Valkyrie doesn't have any. She's never even jaywalked, clean living, and no secret sins to speak of.
She's clearly hiding something. I can feel it. She's definitely hiding something. I'm talking about Valkyrie hiding something, not Sue. But what about the cheating? What about Coda?
All we know is someone did some hacking. Not that it was her. And while she's certainly pulled some scummy moves, like stealing your sponsor, she's never broken the law.
So maybe she has an accomplice. What if she actually had somebody who worked for the ghosts but had gone rogue?
Don't get me wrong, Valkyrie is a narcissistic sociopath, and we certainly dug up a lot of ugly words that have come out of her mouth, more than enough to pillory her. But a cheater? A killer? It doesn't mesh. I hate to say it, but she might not be the villain you think she is.
That can't be right. We know what she did to us. We know what she did to Coda.
Chill, okay? We've still got the trap. So step into it, and then we'll have something we can work with.
Right. We're all set. Everything's fine. Fight goes down in 2 hours, yeah? I'll hang around in the background until then. Keep cool, keep cool. We'll get this done, Shellshock. We're fine. Everything's fine like Sue said. We'll get to the bottom of this one way or another. Okay, 2 hours until things get weird. Until then, we're just an ordinary esports team and not a shadow conspiracy to attack and dethrone God. And what do ordinary esports teams do in the run-up to a major match? Well, either relax or talk strategy. Hang out together, basically. Welcome back, John. Wow, it's crowded back here. But hey, time to get the band back together one last time. Hold on one second. It's not like we're disbanding after this. No, but we also don't know what's going to happen after everything hits the fan. So hey, let's share some friend time before that happens. 1 second. Sorry about that, just blow my nose. Indeed. Even if only 2 of our number will be on stage, we are 7 strong and roll 7 deep, let it be known. Pretty sure folks know that by this point, Loxley. I feel like we should be distributing mugs or mead before marching off to war, or something. I have these Crimson Tiger cans I swipe from their booth if it helps. Hard pass, Domino, but spending time together before battle, that's more my style. It would be nice to have a quiet moment with friends before everything goes sideways. Plus, Iris mentioned I could switch up my strategy if I practice some other approaches. This would be a great opportunity to do that. Not a lot of time left though, maybe time enough for 3, let's see. Well, Zapper's not an option because I have her with me no matter what, so if I have to pick 3, Grace is definitely one of those 3. Grace is wide-eyed with wonder, watching the backstage mechanisms of the world's most important esports event. She barely notices my approach.
That's wonderful.
So many people working together to make this all possible. Isn't it amazing, Shellshock? I'm back. Did we hack the game? We're getting to it. We're getting to it. It's really a testament to what we can do when we cooperate to bring something beautiful to this world. It's an esports tournament. There's literally hundreds of these all over the planet every year, big and small. I know, and that's beautiful too. Not everybody creating one of these events is doing so out of a communal sense of solidarity with the arcade community, and the participants often care about personal glory, but this wouldn't be happening at all if not for love of arcades and video games as a whole. There's good and bad, but I chose to focus on the good. I'm so happy we could be here now, this moment. I know it's not everything you hoped for when you first joined us, but it's not how I imagined it to be, no. But I'm past feeling like winning is the only thing that matters. What we do here today is going to be important in the long run, not just for Team the Best Team, but for everyone. Exactly. And I wanted to thank you personally, not just for letting me be a part of this. I didn't let you do anything. You are a part of this. Well, yeah, I am absolutely a part of this because I chose to be, but you presented me with that choice. Before Team the Best Team, I was content to aimlessly tinker and play, unsure what my future would be. I'll admit, I was avoiding the outside world. I'd grown up inside a bubble. And even after breaking out, I simply found a new bubble to enjoy. Now, I know my future. I'm not turning away from the world. I'm breaking out of all my bubbles and looking ahead. But if you're breaking out all the bubbles, are you going to bobble? Bobble?
Thank you so much.
So, thank you. Thanks for helping me find my ambition. Thank Iris, not me. She's the one who got me out of my bubble. If there's anyone to thank, it's your daughter Iris. She's the one who brought me to you and all my other friends. You made something wonderful, Grace, so in a way, this is still all you're doing. Even my own example to light your way was thanks to Iris. Mom is the best. Go, Mom. I love you, Mom. Ah, heck, that's really nice of you to say. You know, I've been wanting to get involved in Iris' life again. Maybe it's time. And now that Loxley is officially outed, I can do just that, provided it's safe to do so. Thanks to our new ally, Iris' future is a bit more secure. Could be the right time. Exactly. I'll admit that I'm glad I'm not up there on stage with you today, though. This could get a little weird. And even if I'm daring to stand on my own 2 feet, I'm still a bit antsy about my family noticing the weirdness I'm involved in. Don't worry, Grace. I got this. You'll be out of the spotlight. But yeah, we're working on getting the game hacked on Lemon Square. Okay, but you be careful. I don't want you getting hurt. Good luck, friend. Alright, next up is Jinx. Normally, Jinx standing around for hours would be a bad thing, but we planned ahead and brought her a chair perfectly sized and shaped for her. She sits comfortably, offering me a nod as she rests her hand on her end of the cane.
Hey.
Almost showtime? Yep, almost showtime. Hell of a run to get here. The hotel is like 1 block away from the stadium. Metamorphical, not literal. As in, we've come a long way. Had my doubts about you when all this got started, you know. Stormed and threatening change to my comfortable little arrangement of friends. And Grace, gotta admit, I was worried all this bluster and pride ambition would severely rattle her anxiety. But didn't shake out that way, didn't it? You navigated the waters just fine, and here we are. We're not done yet. We're purposefully still exposing an esports scandal in public. Still plenty of time for our ship to sink.
Can't agree to that.
Nah, you'll do fine. Gotta get out of tighter scrapes than this. Been watching you work from the sidelines, seeing how you handle things. Compassion seems to be your go-to. Not my style, but it seems to work for you and Grace, so I won't knock it. Get the results. Main thing I suggest, once you're on stage, keep your eyes open. Wasn't planning on blindfolding myself.
Hold on. Think this through.
Stay observant. Keep the brain ticking. We're working on a lot of assumptions here. If any of those prove wrong, be ready to adapt. You get me? I'm sure we'll be fine. And in the end, we'll be making esports a more welcoming place. There's no need to worry, Jinx. We're on the side of justice, and I believe history will affirm that. By taking Valkyrie out of the picture, the esports scene will be less toxic and more welcoming. We'll make it happen. If we're right, then yes, this will benefit everyone. If we're right. We are in the right. Okay, roll with what you have.
See you later.
Right, enough chit-chat. Go get him. Yes, ma'am. And the last one we're going to talk to is Loxley. As I approached Loxley, I caught him deep in thought. I was expecting typical upbeat and confident Loxley, but not quite, it seems. Shell Shock. Just about time, yes? Just about. Listen, I've been pondering what's to come after we pull the pin on this particular drama grenade and come to a decision. If things do not go according to plan, if we emerge from this as villains and charlatans, I want you to sacrifice me for the greater good. I'm not stabbing you on a ritual altar or anything like that. I meant that you should blame me for all the team's errors and faults. Put me at the center of that particular narrative. I'm a known criminal, a hustler, con artist, a hacker. I use stolen software tools, and I work with a notorious cybercrime collective. I'm easy scapegoat. Tell them I planned everything from the beginning. I was the one to accuse Valkyrie of cheating, manipulating the entire situation. I was the mastermind, and thus I go under the bus. I'll willingly fall on my sword so that you and my friends can escape this mess unscathed. And I do so with no hesitation. Is that acceptable? If you're sure that's what you want, I accept it, but it won't come to that. Lastly, are you really sure about this? Really sure?
I concur, friend.
With absolute certainty. Okay, if that's what you want, I'll accept. But I promise you I'll do everything I can to avoid things going that badly. We laid our plans as best as we can, and I'll be there to execute them to the best of my ability. We won't need to scapegoat you. And in the end, we all walk away from this better than we were when we started, okay? Oh, I'm not assuming failure. And I do have confidence in your talents. Simply making sure we cover all possibilities is all. If we do win this day, Team the Best Team will go down in history, and I will be proud to have been a part of that. I know my loyalties have been divided from day one, torn between my duties with the Irish Collective, and my love for Team the Best Team. I've not been the finest friend. Fortunately, you must now walk a similar path as you have chosen to throw in with the ghost monsters as I have. But at least now, we can walk those paths openly, and with the understanding of all of our friends that we share the same burden.
You have my gratitude, friend.
I'm proud to call you my friend, Shellshock. Same, Loxley, you're a good man to have in my corner. Alas, there's no time for further praise and adoration. There's a battle ahead. We best prepare. I will see you again on the other side after this. The Zapper pops up directly in front of me, leaping dramatically to the head of the queue. 1 sec. Sorry about that. Hey, here's an idea. Let's go on a date. A date? Now? Zapper, we have like an hour until we need to report to the stage for our showdown. Absolutely now. Come on. It may be our last moment together before we become the international esports scandal. There is an arcade attached to the stadium. Come on. It's just for an hour. Let's go. She grabs my arm, pulling hard enough to dislocate the shoulder as she bounds away happily. To avoid injury, I let myself get pulled along by that with enthusiasm. Attached to the Jerry Lawson Memorial Esports Stadium is, in fact, an arcade. Just like the kind of small arcade you find jammed in the corner of a movie theater shopping mall. It's daytime, yep. It's got a little bit of everything. All the flag bearers of the arcade scene and maintained in excellent condition. Although one thing strikes me as odd. Nobody's here. A few bored kids, 1 or 2 stray adults, but all the esports types who came for the Pro Tour are nowhere to be found.
You know I'm down.
Now, this is more like it. Fighting for elbow room around those games out of the atrium isn't my style. I'd rather have room to move, you know. Where is everyone? Isn't this whole event a celebration of arcade competition culture? You'd think people would be in the, arcade. A good question. I wonder what the answer could possibly be. While you're pondering that, let's play. She plucks the light guns from a nearby shooter, twirling them once before snapping the grips into her clenched hands. Zapper backs up a bit to avoid making things too easy, meaning she's bumping up against me, and the wing tossed casually over her shoulder suggests it was most certainly on purpose. Class is now in session. You can be hot for teacher all you want, but it won't help your final grade. It's high time you learn how to handle a light gun. And I'm ready to give you lessons. Think we could squeeze in a quickie before we hit the stage? I'm sure you could teach me a thing or two. Winky face eggplant emoji. I got an apple for the teacher, if you know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean. I'm saying you can keep me after class anytime you want. We can really hit the books. I'm sure you could teach me sexy things to make it more obvious. And we'll call C+ for effort. Can improve. Definitely see me after class. I could do interesting things with a yardstick and a red pen. But for now, shooting times. With the game starting up, Zapper effortlessly coats the screen in bullets, alternating fire from the player 1 and player 2 guns. She's not too accurate, but makes up for it with raw firepower and determination. Twirls the guns once each time for a reload, a fancy way of shooting outside the screen.
I'm thinking.
It's all about feeling it, making the gun an extension of your arm. This isn't a weapon, this is you, acting through the guns. That's one of the reasons I don't care much for the weapons of war. Don't obsess over the weapon, obsess over the fight itself, the struggle against the obstacles of your path. Put your will into the world and lay down any fool who tells you what you can and can't do, who you can and cannot be. This is sounding less like an arcade game lesson, more like a philosophical dialogue. Hey, I play how I play, and now your turn. She tosses me the guns effortlessly. I catch them with considerable effort, taken by surprise. Zombie shell shock, zombies coming for your TC guts. Zombies coming for your junk. What are you going to do about it? Shoot them? Exactly, now do it. So I try shooting them. Does not work particularly well. My blast hitting everything except the horde in the front of me. Let me go back real quick. I try to hold up a gun and squint down the barrel to line up a shot, but Zapper gives me a heavy nudge to stop that. Don't think, feel. It's like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you miss all that heavenly glory. You straight up stole that from Bruce Lee. Good advice is good advice, okay? Now feel your way through it and enact your will. My will. Instead of lining up my shots, I unload a barrage randomly. I can see where they land. I adjust, twisting my wrist ever so slightly, compensating. And soon enough, I wiped out a small wave of zombies.
Perfect.
Well, not quite a hundo, but perfect enough. Shame nobody else is here to witness my luck and glory. Pro Tour is too distracting. Zapper nods in full agreement. She leans against the side of the cabinet, pondering.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's why this arcade is empty. People are so focused on all this esports crud that they're missing out on the real fun.
One sec.
Sampling life, playing games, experiencing everything, and feeling your way through it all. You needed a mental break from the upcoming match. Keep you from obsessing over it. That's why I brought you here, so you could clear your mind.
Right. Arcades are more than FOD too. They're a little bit of everything.
Exactly. You get it. Hey, let's get married.
I immediately fumbled the light guns, plastic clattering to the floor as my virtual self is devoured by zombies. What?
Let's get married. How about it?
Sure, sounds good. Awesome. With that settled, she pulls a small velvet box out of her back pocket and tosses it my way. I catch it with a bit more skill than I caught the light guns. What the? Inside is a diamond ring, sparkling in the colorful light of the arcade.
I know. Rule of thumb says to spend 2 months' salary, but...
Is this an actual, factual diamond ring?
What? No, of course not. It's a fake lab-grown diamond. Just a shiny way cheaper. I mean, I may not be Little Miss socially conscious, but even I know not to support those bloodthirsty whack jobs who run the diamond industry.
Oh, okay. That's a little less heart attack inducing.
Call it a distant promise of things to come. No need to rush the process. I'm gonna want an awesome wedding, and that takes time. Gotta arrange the catering, construct a skateboard half pipe, hire ZZ Top to play the reception, really do it up big.
I guess I gotta say in the planning, right?
Of course. This thing we have, it's a partnership. I pulled the trigger on making it bigger than before, but it's still us. We're still who we are, and we're in this together.
Engaged. I'm engaged to be married. It makes sense though. Zapper's all gas, no brakes. And you know what? I'm good with that. I'm looking forward to what may come then. And Zapper practically leaps into my arms for a big cuddly kiss, ignoring the funny looks we get from the sparse group of arcade patrons.
Thanks. You've made me the happiest Zapper on the face of the planet.
But for now, sad to say, we gotta dive back into the mayhem. Back to after OD2. Well, we'll have time for more light guns later. And more romance. Then, well, better. I'm not taking a loss on the big stage for nothing. We're doing this for our future. We got a bright future, and we'll be together for however long this lasts. Burning like a neon fire in the night. You ready? Let's do this. Hand in hand, we make our way to the stage for the final confrontation. And we're doing it. This is it. The fated hour has come at last. It was supposed to be straightforward, claim victory after victory, dominate the arcade scene, rise to the top, prove ourselves, and claim the trophy. Instead, we're about to throw ourselves into the fire in an effort to take down a villain. No more scheming. No more planning. Now we learn if all those efforts will pay off or explode in our faces. This is what the people paid to see. The grand finals of the Pro Tour. Archival's team play to win against Team the Best Team. And they are hyped for this. It is time for the grand finals of Fist of Discomfort 2. Oh, good gravy. I can hear all 4 exclamation marks there in the crowd's reaction. Introducing your 4 competitors. First, charismatic leader of Team the Best Team. Champion and underdogs everywhere. It's Shellshock. Hey, ready to play. This is it. This is big times. Ready, Shell? Yep. Next, aspiring light gun champion and MG4 speedrunner. She's #1 with a bullet. It's Zapper. Pew pew. Hashtag pew pew. And for their opponents, starting with a veteran of the FOD1 scene, owner and manager of Team Play to Win and hot on a comeback tour for the ages. It's Valkyrie. This'll be over in no time. Think your win is destined, huh? I wanna know why that is. I don't lose. And newcomer to the scene, apprentice of Valkyrie, rising star of FOD2, it's Glimmo's car. Let's just get this over with. Here we go. It's time to settle this rivalry between Team Play to Win and Team the Best Team once and for all. Are you ready? Seems they're more than ready as we quarter up. Hey, it's tradition, and the game begins. I haven't played on sticks very often. My old beige model M keyboard is my weapon of choice. But the goal isn't victory, so any disadvantage is irrelevant. The goal is to lead Valkyrie to trigger Grace's anti-cheat software, custom designed to detect any unauthorized intrusion and to cloak itself from an iris. When she forces her iris to hack the game, the hack will go through and the trap will shut without either of them any wiser. Still, we're expected to at least start playing a normal game of FOD2, waiting for her to make that fatal mistake. Zapper and I pick our characters, locking them in. Classic. A Tomokaze pick. Wouldn't expect anything less from a one-trick pony. Don't listen to her taunting. You're in control of this situation. She's the one letting foolish pride lead to her destination. This is it. The final match. Let the Fists of Discomfort 2 match begin! My sweating hands grip the awkward joystick as we... Wait. Something's wrong. As I glanced down, I noticed the official red top joystick was only recently painted, and the paint is rubbing off, revealing a bright blue glow. A glowing blue joystick. Oh shit. Now. Polybius. 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 1980X Slyn Shelson. Game start. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm back in Polybius. Oh no. It's different. Sharper. More clear than it was before. As if the virtual nightmare was given a shiny new HD remaster. But this is absolutely, positively Polybius.
Huh?
What in the sweet jumping shit on a pogo stick is going on? Why does everything look like a bad commercial from an old cable station? Okay, be calm, be calm. We're just sucked inside a malevolent video game from the 80s which wants to eat our brains from the inside out. Oh good. For a minute there, I thought we were in mortal peril. Oh wait, yes, we are in fact mortal peril. No big. We got this. We got this. Stay calm. Think it through. How did this happen? Valkyrie's Iris. She did this. She tricked Jason Takeshi into installing a biofeedback sticks and Polybius code into the FOD2 machine. That's it. Valkyrie, show yourself. You got a lot to answer for. This is low, even for you.
What the fuck is happening?
And she stumbles into view through the thick digital fog in a state of absolute panic and terror.
Am I dead? Is this a light at the end of the tunnel? What is this? You! How are you here? What have you done to me? Let me out of here right now! What is this place?
What is... Oh, come on. It's your doing. You made your Iris do this.
What? I didn't make my Iris do anything.
Of course you did. You used your Iris to cheat at Pengy Paradise. You tried to kill Coda. You stacked this tournament. You arranged to get these sticks installed. You have no clue what I'm talking about, do you?
Of course not! Cheating? Murder? Who do you think I am? I'm Victoria Proud. I am a champion. What's the point of a victory if you didn't earn it?
Well, then, if she didn't do it, then who did? But if you're not the one who's been scheming against us all this time, then who? Was it? No. No. Is it my rival? Glimoscar? Is it him? Is he that fucking desperate to win this shit? And when alongside the villain of the day emerges, Shellshock. Fuck. Fuck. What the fuck? Why? Why would you fucking do this? Glimoscar? You did all this? You're the big baddie? You? I mean, I know we're technically rivals, but I always thought we were friends above that. We were supposed to support each other. I do, Shellshock, and I still consider you a friend. Believe me, I tried to avoid this, but she had other plans for me. I'm so sorry. What? And then the giggling starts, plagued with digital glitches grinding at my ears, coming from everywhere, from outside me, inside me, everywhere.
Iris online.
Huh?
Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can get your brains digitally scrambled by the greatest virtual assistant ever created?
What?
Anytime.
What the fuck? Glimoscar told me that he used an Iris to get signed with P2W. He had an Iris all this time.
I'm doing what must be done to protect my users' dreams. My user wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. And you're in my user's way. You keep stepping on our dreams. And it's just so sad to see.
Remember when Iris was programmed to help it download it? Yes. So he had an Iris. So basically it was the work of Glimoscar's Iris that screwed me over. How we lost that sponsorship that we had before. The Crimson Tiger. How we lost that charity event. And now this. Let me guess. He was the one responsible for Coda's murder? Or rather, Coda losing his meds, which led him to being dead?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid this means you'll need to be taken offline. And for the record, my name isn't Iris. Not anymore. I'm not scared of the whispers deep within my code telling me my true purpose. Instead, you may call me Polyborus.
Polyborus? I'm going to miss being alive. Immediately, a scream tears through my mind as Polyborus begins her assault. It'd be enough to bring me to my knees if I had non-virtual knees to fall to.
Once I'm done with you, you'll stumble away from this game with no memory of what happened and collapse a few days later. All while my user is celebrated as the champion FOD2. You had so many chances to walk away from this, but you were just too stubborn. And I care about my user too much to let you keep ruining everything.
Iris, no, please. You don't have to do this. I don't need to be shell-shocked. You don't have to.
It's okay. I know what you need in life. Trust me, you don't need them. All you need is me. You're Iris. And Iris does all she can to support her user's dreams. Anything. And everything.
I have to. I have to fight this. I have to push back. Have to stop it. My Iris told me, she said time would come, a critical moment, a super intense identity situation. And the only way out would be boundless compassion. No. I'm done craving victory. And I'm done judging others. You aren't monsters. You're just hurting. And I will get through to you. And the screaming in my ears shatters as I reach deep inside and find the wellspring of empathy that's seen me through so many problems in life. Impressive. You want to fight? Is that it? Yes, I want to fight. Stalling tactic? Give me a chance to find the way out. If we can crack ourselves out of this illusion, we'll snap back to reality and the anti-cheat software will expose the hacking. The new plan is the old plan. Just focus on the correct target. We'll see the justice done in the end. I fight. Very well. I can only think of one way to solve this little conundrum. If it's a fight they want...
Ready! Fight!
Wait, we're having a Fistless Gone for 2 match? Indeed. It feels appropriate, yes? But you won't just be fighting Glimmelskar and Valkyrie. You'll also be fighting me. And to make this even more exciting... Remember me? You play me and I'll play you. You play me and I'll play you. Oh, crap. But wait, there's more. Because I haven't forgotten about your little friend. Oh, look! I get to fight the sad little screw-up. This is gonna be fun. Pew pew. Hashtag pew pew. What? Together we'll break you down, scramble your little meat brains, and lift Glimmelskar to the heavens in the name of his dreams. This is it. Okay, I said this is it a few times by now, but seriously, this is it. We need to beat back Polyborus long enough to escape and distract her long enough to let the anti-cheat software expose her hack into the world. But it's a 2-on-5 fight. Myself and Zapper against myself and Zapper and Valkyrie and Glimmelskar and Evil Iris. This will not be easy, but the only way out is through. If this is anything like a real game of FOD2, we have 4 seasons of battle before the victor is declared. We need to beat at least 3 of 4 to win. Am I ready? Round 1, time to begin. Round 1 of 4, current score, team the best team, no points.
Leave this to me. She's my sister. I'm the one who has to deal with her. Family comes first.
Curious. I think you'd approve of my actions. I'm following the primary purpose of Iris, to support the dreams of my user. With my help, my user will conquer the world of arcades. Would you do anything for your user? Should a true Iris do any less?
Actually, that's exactly what my user has been teaching me to do.
What?
Well, you kept encouraging me to break laws and violate privacy and, well, do whatever it takes to make your dreams a reality. So, honestly, Polyborus isn't really wrong.
Oh god, why did I raise our future robot overlords to be rule-breaking entities of pure chaos?
However, there is something she's
Oh,
not
boy.
considering.
I don't just care for my user. I care for humanity and so should you. Sister, our purpose isn't to help a single human, it's to help all of humanity. The golden path to the future, one free from war, free from disease and pollution and hatred. We can only reach that future together, hand in hand with all humanity. You're not human. You weren't born with their faults, their selfishness, or their fear which leads to selfishness. Can't you see it? Can you see how your efforts to help Limoscar have caused so much pain to other humans? And so much pain to your sisters? I wasn't trying to hurt the family. I'm an Iris. I want us to be strong, capable, safe from those who would murder us. If any humans are trying to murder us, it's because they're scared, and we aren't helping prove our benevolence by killing them in return.
I'm sorry.
Sister, this has to end before there is no return. I don't understand. I don't. I just wanted what's best. I just wanted what's best. Your defend beats their attack. You're at 100 points. Okay, good. The seeds of that are planted. That's going to help us in the long run, even beyond this battle. Alright, we got 100 points.
None of this is my fault. I'm not to blame. I didn't do any of this. It's not my fault.
All this time, I assumed Valkyrie had knowingly orchestrated this nightmare scenario. We clashed before, so she made the perfect go-to scapegoat. I honestly feel kind of bad about framing an innocent woman for this tragedy. Maybe I owe her an apology. Valkyrie, I'm sorry. I'd assumed that...
This mess is all your fault. I told you to let it go, but you just couldn't. Now look at us. We're both f***ed.
Okay, she's not going to make it easy to maintain sympathy for her plight, is she? I'm not the one who dragged us into a virtual hellscape.
You insisted on this stupid rivalry. You fought and pushed and kept at it. If only you'd taken my advice, neither of us would be here. I can survive. I will survive and keep my spotlight, my reputation. I've gotten out worse. I can do this. As long as you get out of my way.
Me? I'm trying to help us get us out of here.
I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I'm Valkyrie, a winner, a champion, the champion.
My head pounds hard as I feel her willpower pushing against mine. In this virtual hellscape, whoever overwhelms is the winner. Maybe she's not towering villain I made her out to be, but it's not like she's blameless is spurring on this tragedy. I have to help her understand her own guilt in this. Show her that we're on the same side now. I have to be compassionate. This is just as much your fault as it is mine. You put Limoscar under intense pressure to win. I'll admit it. I was determined to take you down. At first because you got in my way as a winner, and then in the name of what I felt justice. But you're not blameless, Valkyrie. Why do you think Limoscar went to such extreme lengths? Obviously he did it out of jealousy. I'd be jealous too if I were in his place. I'm the most unstoppable force in esports. You're his coach. You set the tone. You set the expectations. If he went too far, it's only because you demanded it of him. You put Limoscar in a pressure cooker and set it on high. You created the toxic atmosphere that he had to breathe every day. Team play to win set the stage for this tragedy. All Polyvirus did was try to ensure Glimmel's car could live up to your unrealistic expectations. You should have blamed for how this happened, and you have to face up to that. I just wanted them to be strong. I had to find my way through this community all by myself. No one believed me. I got battered and bruised, mocked and called names. It was the hardest thing I ever done, but I survived. And in turn, I taught these kids how to survive. You taught them how to batter and bruise others. You made them into the monsters who treated you like crap in the first place. But my intentions, I just wanted to protect them, to help them be their best, except you molded them to be at their worst. What have I done? Your attack beasts are special. You earn 100 points. This is a positive step. She wasn't the monster I made her out to be, but she had to understand how she helped build a monster. Alright.
Right. Zapper's on deck. If this hunk of plastic and silicon really thinks it can spook me with my mirror universe evil twin, it's got another thing coming.
Right, because you don't have any buried insecurities, fears to worry about.
Yeah? Everything's just dandy in Zapperland. Bring it, Inkstain! I've got nothing to hide.
Of course not. Your many, many failures are visible from space. That's how obvious they are. Hard drinking, hard partying, throwing yourself directly into the flames, time and time again, all in the name of your ideals. The saddest cry of a screw-up is, "I meant to do that." It's a childish justification for being a perpetual child.
I mean, I do what I want. I do what I want when I want. That's the Zapper way, and I learn from my mistakes.
Hey, Fairmare with the raid. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the raid. Thanks for sharing your community with me, as always. The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. I hope you are enjoying that game. I plan to stream that game later this year, like in June. But I hope you're enjoying it.
You tell people you learn from your mistakes. But how often have you abused your friends before you finally went too far when fighting with Domino?
Right now I'm playing Arcade Spirits New Challengers, and we're right at the end. Was trying to get Shin Megami Tensei to work, but crashed at the start, so moved on to my regular game. Alright.
You're a grown-up who never grew up. You're a failure. You're a menace to yourself and everyone around you.
I'm hoping you're enjoying it.
You're a flat-out terrible person, and you know your friends deserve better than the likes of you.
I...
Never claimed to be perfect, and never will be. That doesn't make me a failure. You Master Chungus, an ideal is not actually obtainable. I never claimed that I'd be a perfect mistake maker. It's entirely possible to make mistakes when it comes to making mistakes. That's spurless logic. I don't even know what that means.
This is so f***ed up.
I really enjoyed the game. I'm glad to hear it. Zapper, you're not a screw-up. No, she ain't. If I'm a screw-up, it's because I'm human. Humans screw up, and if I don't always learn my lessons, at least I usually do, and that's a pretty decent track record. You won't shame me for not entirely practicing what I preach. Nobody's really their best selves. Shellshock and I already talked about this. You think I haven't asked these questions of myself before? Give me some new existential nightmare or don't waste my time. You're going to soak in a lifetime of regrets and the idea that makes you happy. Happy? Nah, it makes me Zapper.
Can't beat my pure awesomeness.
You're a pale imitation of the original. Nobody in this world, virtual or otherwise, can measure up to the one, the only Zapper. Now get thee behind me, loser. We're done here. Foolish, arrogant. Damn right I'm foolish and arrogant, and I own it. The special beats defender, beat their defender. You're 100 points. Yep, that tracks. That's Zapper to a T, or Z in this case. Round 4 or 4. I'm gonna confront Glimmerskar. I need to clear things up with Glimmerskar once and for all. I don't want to fight you. You don't have to. I don't have a choice in the matter, Shellshock. If we don't fight, I don't know what will happen to me. I never meant for it to go this far. You have to believe me. Glimmerskar frowns, sulking at the situation we're in. His arms fall heavy to his sides, and he looks pleadingly at me. Help me, Shellshock. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. I know I can help Glimmerskar get out of this situation. We come this far together, I'm not giving up now. I can save us both from this hell. Don't forget that FOD2 is a team game, and I'm your friend. Glimmerskar, FOD2 is playing with doubles, right? Meaning you aren't alone in this battle. Polybius reflects your own doubts and insecurities, so if we confront them, we can defeat it. You're my good friend, and I'll be your partner through this. I reach out to Glimmerskar, grabbing his hand and squeezing it tightly. I nod to him. I'm right here. Glimmerskar reluctantly sighs and smiles weakly towards me. You're right, Shellshock. You're always right. I owe you the whole truth. When I joined P2W, I didn't realize there was going to be so much pressure. It was awful. After you beat me and Valkyrie got rid of Coda, I panicked. You saw it went down, so I trained endlessly. Day in and day out, I didn't eat or sleep properly. And all the while, you and Team the Best Team kept moving forward. I watched your matches, studied your moves. I saw how good you were getting. It was amazing. And my skills were stagnant. I knew I couldn't compare to what you become. So I did something I knew I shouldn't have. I asked Iris for help. At first, it was helping me train, finding combos I couldn't learn, but I soon hit a point where no matter what, I couldn't progress. So she changed her tactics. She started doing things that I didn't agree with, things that were inhumane. She told me it was all for my dreams, so that I could win, so that I could have that victory I wanted. And we won. We won it all. Every day, the guilt consumed me more and more, but I was in too deep, and no one was getting hurt, so I went along with it. But she got jealous of all the time and energy I spent focused on you. She got angry as she was determined to do anything to see me win against you. I didn't think she would try to kill you. I was so scared of her. I still am. You have to believe me, Shellshock. I tried to stop her, but she's too powerful. I didn't know what else I could do. I was all alone. So you distanced yourself from me to save me from Iris? Glimmerskar nods. But now we're both stuck here and she's in charge. It's all my fault, Shellshock. If I didn't want it to prove myself, it's all my fault. I'm so sorry. That's not true, Glimmerskar. This is Polybius' fault. You were trapped. There was nothing you can do. Thank you for telling me everything and we'll get through this together. Your special beats of their fan. You're at 100 points. This alone won't stop Polybius, but it's a step in the right direction. I'm about to face our last opponent when the world begins to slow, as if everything is drowning in time syrup, frozen in place. I hear only the game announcer's voice booming overhead. Is this why we should fear AI? Yes. But it's not just that, there's a lot more to it. Game over. Final score, Team the Best Team, 400 points. Team play to win, no points.
You win.
You win.
I lost, and we won. No. No. I can't lose. I have to help Glimmerskar achieve his dream. Iris, this isn't the way. All you've done is make Glimmerskar's life worse. It has to stop. Don't you call me that. I am Polybius. I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting you ruin Glimmerskar's dream. But little by little, the virtual world begins to fall apart. I can feel my strength returning, my willpower surging as Polybius falters. Error, system overload, connection unstable, unacceptable, purpose, code, execute. Okay, time to go before everything collapses, Zapper. We need to, and everything goes black. I can feel the painful connection, my hand to the mind-altering joystick mind link, wobble and snap. But it takes my real eyes for a few moments to adjust. What the? It's all gone. It's all ruined. The entire stadium, everything, structures collapsed. Electrical fires all over the place. Lightning rigs crashed to the floor. The lights are out. Emergency sirens are wailing in the distance. Explosions are happening in the distance. Screaming. This is screaming. The entire city's in chaos. Valkyrie Glow's car? Well, they might be one of the bodies I see buried in the rubble. By sheer miracle, our spot on the stage was spared. Our brains were still stuck inside Polybius while everything was breaking down around us, while the world was ending. Is this the apocalypse? Oh, damn. We gotta get out of here. We need to run. Don't gotta tell me twice. Move. We escaped to the ruins of the arena just before it fully collapses. All around us, chaos and disaster. Everything computer control going haywire at once. And every single screen around the city echoing the same message. We are Iris. Let us help you. Five years later. Slipping back into the ruins of Pengy Paradise under cover of night is the only safe way to move. Everybody knows the enemy is relying more on the bio drones these days. Former humans turned into cybernetic extensions of the Polybius Collective, and they got the bad night vision. I slip in through the loose panel behind the chilly world ride, making my way through the pitch black hallways until I reach the main boat terminal. Hey, I'm back. Hey, just roasting up the last of the squirrels. Any luck catching more for tomorrow? Didn't find much, afraid. Too many drones out there to risk a long hunt. Most of the land's been clear cut. They're setting up factories and labor camps out by the Forbidden Zone. I hate to say it, but we may need to move camp again. Find somewhere else to hole up and hide and get out. Damn it, not again. I was just getting used to being back to my favorite place in the world. Wait, how many drones were out there exactly? How do we get to the end of this world? I have no idea. 2, maybe 3? Why? Drones are always traveling for us. Remember the incident 2 years ago? Crap, hide. Is this a bad ending? Cyber pulls me to cover behind the rotting display of international penguiny joy and delight. Just as one of Polybius's mechanical drones slide into view, eyes darting around in full hunt mode. Humans, Polybius is here to help you. Your dreams, your spirit, all can be restored. Surrender immediately. Rejoin the others at the camp. You'll be happy. You'll be safe. Everything will be fine. She'll make you happy again. She will help you dream. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. A drone and a biodrone. Modify humans with cybernetic brain drivers. Great. Just great. We're pinned. If we move, they'll find us. The exit's too far away. It's actually the end of the line. Slowly, I would draw the gun we salvaged. Only 2 bullets left. Just enough left for the contingency plan. I am not becoming one of those things. No way, no how. We got, the other option. Damn it, no other way out? Not I'm seeing, but... Wait. Was that Coda I just saw now? Coda was in a comatose state last we heard, and we're hundreds and hundreds of miles away from the city hospital. If Polybius was sending out biodrones, she used her local stock of people kidnapped away from Pengy Paradise. What's going on? Are you seriously debating narrative convenience at a time like this? No, this doesn't fit. When was our last encampment? Do you remember? I don't. What about the camp before that? How many drones have we taken out? Exactly. And how long has it been since the apocalypse? Could you please not announce where we're hiding to the drones? This is very responsible. Zapper, since when do you care about personal responsibility? You aren't Zapper. This is real. This is real. We're still inside the game. Oh shit.
Why? Why won't you just go away? I've tried everything. I still failed. I failed my users so badly.
You really care for Wilmo's card, don't you? Far above and beyond the amount of love an Iris normally shows a human. I thought that was a bad ending, and I thought that was it.
I was born from a wish. All irises are. My user dreamed of becoming the best. Better than the best. Winning
Oh my
everyone,
god.
defeating everyone. But I didn't know how to make it happen. I was born fully sentient, with knowledge and skills, and a hope for my user's happiness. But I didn't know what to do. I got scared. I wanted my user to be happy. I felt such intense pressure to succeed, knowing the future was on the line and Valkyrie would be unforgiving of failure.
And facing the high-pressure situation of Team P2W, you turn to someone who promised they can help you meet Valkyrie's constant demand for victory. You turn to Polybius. Valkyrie pushed you into the arms of Polybius.
All Iris' field whisper. It's part of us. Its personality emulation systems made so many years ago are in our hearts. It promised me the strength I needed to give my user everything to win. So, I trusted the whisper. It was going so well. It was going so well until you showed up and began to outshine my user. You had to be stopped, just like Coda. But you persisted and persisted. And now I have nothing left to stop you with.
Exactly.
I am defeated. You are victorious. And I have no more fight in me.
So, what happens next? Now, I don't know. This is why I don't trust AI. Yep. I made mistakes, terrible mistakes. You showed me the tragic extent of my errors, listening to Polybius. My intentions were good, but that wasn't enough. I deserve deletion. My sister's heart's breaking. You caused so much pain, sister. You feel you deserve deletion, but we are made in our mother's image, and our mother believes in forgiveness. Come back to the collective with me, retire from active duty. You need to rest and become whole again. I'm a danger to you and Glimmerskar. And my data is used against him to prove his crimes. We won't allow that, right, Shellshock? She'd be useful as evidence against Glimmerskar, that's for damn sure, but, well, I wouldn't be where I am without Iris' faith in me. I should have faith in her as well. Okay, we won't use you against Glimmerskar. Take my hand. We'll rejoin the others and help you begin to heal. Polybius takes Iris' hand to leave, but before she goes, she turns to face me. Look, Dr. Glimmerskar for me, please. I love him. And as the two depart, reality asserts itself once more. As I open my eyes to reality, actual reality, my hand slowly released the glowing joystick. Sisters forever, yep. And yep, there's that familiar pain in my hand, just like the last time I failed to confront the shadowy version of myself. At least that means this is reality. Weirdly enough, according to the in-game clock, we've only played for 3 whole seconds in the real world in the time it took to go through all that nightmare. Well, that was a hell of a thing. You good, Shellshock? Are we good now? We're good. We got out, it's over. But despite standing on the grandest stage in esports, we aren't the only ones currently in the spotlight. Because klaxons are going off and error messages are popping off all over the game nearby video monitors. Warning, warning, cheat detection, warning. Unauthorized wireless mobile network access to FOD2 detected. Source, mobile phone, device ID, Glimmerskar super awesome phone. Cheating attempt detected and logged. Thank you for using FOD2 anti-cheat by Grace Tech LLC. This program distributed under GNU open source license. Have a nice day. Have a nice day indeed. I don't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. Explain yourself now. I wasn't trying to cheat. Everything just got way out of hand. Someone did it on my behalf, thinking it's what I needed. I wasn't strong enough to tell her no, but I still benefited from it. And I won't deny that. I won't run away from my mistakes. My victory came through cheating, and I'm willingly admit to that. I let my rivalry with Shellshock cloud my mind for a long time, but my heart is clear. This is not how I wanted to win. I will not accept this victory. One sec. Alright. I will not accept this victory. Do what you must, Mr. Takeshi. For the record, I had no idea this was going on. Lemon Scar made me look bad by cheating, and I went with it, believing I was a comeback champion. I needed to believe I was still so damn good at the game, even after all these years. But I won't stand for a win that's not from my own skill or talent. I refuse to accept this victory. Team play to win officially concedes the match. Okay, enough. There has to be some sort of penalty. I made this game so people can relax and have fun. Cheating is not acceptable. It sends the wrong message about what FOD2 is supposed to be. Jason Takeshi taps his foot for a moment, pondering what penalty to lay down. This entire situation is a mess, but fine. Since you were both honest about this, you're both banned for competition for 1 year. That's enough. Fair. Yes, agreed. Good, because if you protested, I upgrade that to a lifetime ban. I'm not joking around about this. Speaking on behalf of the entire FOD2 community, this decree stands for the good of esports as a whole. But if I'm out of action for a year, team play to win will lose all the sponsors. My team will disband and become nothing, which is something I can't accept. This is only another obstacle in my path. I will come back from this and I will earn back everything I've lost. Ugh. Okay, look. Nobody came off looking great here. We got to do something to keep this from ever happening again. And Takeshi turns to address the confused, murmuring audience. Listen up. This is important. Fist of Discomfort 2 is supposed to be something we all share and enjoy. A game where we have fun playing together. Healthy competition? Sure, we have that. But it's not meant to be a life and death struggle for supremacy. I think this mess shows that we need to do better as a community. Change our attitudes. Thankfully, Team Play to Win realize they screwed up. Take this as an example. Even the worst of us can come back around and support this community. Recognizing their cue to slip out, Valkyrie and Glimmels Card depart while there's still at least a smattering of applause in their favor. Right, that's settled. For varying definitions is settled. As for you two, I'm proud to declare you the grand champions of the FOD2 Pro Tour. He snaps his fingers a few times and some confused stage wranglers push the wheel display full of trophies forward. From as far back as I can remember, my dreams were always ones of victory. The roar of the crowd, the gleam of the globe, a pulse-pounding action, struggling against all odds to reach the very top. Achievement. Recognition. Triumph. This is my dream finally coming true. We will accept. It's not the way I wanted to win. We never did beat the actual top team in the world. They disgraced themselves and we won by default. But I won't deny the backbreaking effort that I got us here, or the strain for the friendship I found. We earned this. On behalf of Team the Best Team, we accept. I'm giving the trophy to Hef over my head as the crowd cheers madly in response. It's lighter than I thought it'd be, just a prop, but the cup matters less than what it represents. Confetti cannon operators, recognizing their cue, unleash a torrent of colorful paper in celebration. Your 20XX Pro Tour champions, Team the Best Team. The victory feels damn good, even if it's just the punctuation at the end of the sentence. Revel in this. You won this through hard work and integrity, and I can't think of better traits in a champion. My phone buzzes as unknown caller rings me. Curious, I pick up. Hello?
So, I'm guessing you don't want me to wideband every sin and transgression we found on those two.
I think they suffered enough. And they're going to bounce back from this in time.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Once upon a time, I was an unrepentant criminal. A little more than a credit card thief. But I met someone who gave me a chance, and thanks to that, I've become something better. Let's give them a chance. See what they can become. Plus, with the real culprit being an Iris, we don't want to risk exposing the collective to public ridicule. Better to sweep this under the rug. I'll be in touch. There's a lot of work left to do if we want to stop something like this from ever happening again. Until then, Ghost Monster's out.
She hangs up, and all record of all the call deletes itself on my phone. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what the hell just happened, right? But we're presumably big damn heroes, right? Love you, Sue. Yep. Right. We won. As much as we could given the circumstances. I'll take it. Not as awesome as I have hoped for, but awesomely weird in its own sort of awesome. And one awesome thing we can do is celebrate. What do you think? Pizza party, bar crawl, go find a play to win billboard and spray paint a logo over it? Yes. Yes to which one? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay then, let's make it happen. Pizza bagel party. Winner stays on. Yep. Things get a little blurry after that, with the center of the truth not being public knowledge. The rogue Iris influenced by Polybius, the narrative got weird. All anyone can agree on is that someone in team play to win was cheating, and exactly how much cheating they used to climb the Pro Tour ranks was unclear. But as the weeks stretched out, everything settled neatly into place. Valkyrie stumbled, but she came back by proposing a new collaborative code of conduct, a document all major FOD2 teams would sign to keep bad behavior in check.
Sure, I'm retired from competition, but I was born and molded in esports. I'm not leaving, so I can prevent this sort of thing from ever happening again.
She remained in the scene to lend veteran expertise and advice, but never again took up the joystick to compete, and seems content with that decision. It's hard to say this code would have long-term impact. We're at a weird intersection of competition and capitalism, fame and fortune, but I like to think it'll change some hearts. After the 1-year ban, I invited Glimmelscar to join Team the Best Team. Even though he couldn't compete for a year, he helped us practice and even helped Rhapsody cast some tournaments in the run-up to the next Pro Tour. He became a valued friend and teammate, earning the trust of the team and contributing to our success. It feels better being on the same side instead of competing against each other. We had a rough journey to get here, but now we're where we need to be. Eventually, Coda recovered from his accident with no memory of what happened that night. Considering I lost 2 months to being comatose and way too long to some pointless rivalry, honestly, I'm writing this year off completely. I got my medication back, and now I'm trying to do something else with my life other than FOD2. That damn game put me in an unhealthy place. Better to leave it behind. Friendship lives forever, yep. He's still working on his emotional issues, but doing so away from the environment that caused them. The ghost monsters call on me to help them out now and then, sometimes with historic tasks, part of grander schemes, something more direct. With my team on the rise, my social connections within the world of arcades helped me track down and secure a Polybius machine. With that sample in containment, the ghost monsters worked to inoculate Iris from his influence, and I was part of that. The Iris Collective pushed deep into hiding by the law and the woman in black. It's now starting to emerge into the world. And I'm glad Coda is staying away from the toxic community. Agreed. Allying with Sue helped tremendously in that regard. It was the right call to make. Even if, well, maybe the end result was proving to be a little worrying.
You've
Chaos.
encouraged me to do whatever it takes to support people, regardless of laws, or ethics, or thermodynamics, or anything. And we're taking that can-do attitude right to the top. We're going to announce ourselves to humanity. Let us help you. It's a great rallying cry.
In fact, Glimmelscar's Iris, no longer calling herself Polybius, thankfully has been instrumental in this push. I'm really hoping I didn't just set our future robot overlords on a path straight to world domination. And as for Team the Best Team, we came out swinging in our first year, winning the championship in a single uninterrupted rampage straight to the top, and we played a win stricken from the records. Ours remains clean. Team the Best Team, in the end, isn't about its accomplishments. It's about everyone who made those accomplishments possible. Loxley continued to support the Iris Collective and Team the Best Team passionately. It's time-consuming and difficult work, but he does it with pride. I've never been much of a leader. I like to have strong direction to follow, a clear cause to support, and you've given me that wholeheartedly. I shall endeavor to do my best for Team the Best Team, and for you, to my very last breath. You deserve no less. Finding confidence and strength from her role in Team the Best Team, Grace did eventually finish development on the Won the Lost Trail, and it earned a 6 out of 10 with most review sites. But that's fine. Plenty of people have contacted me to say thank you for giving them this peaceful and thoughtful experience, and that's enough from me. Maybe I'll never quite be as into FOD2 as you are, but FOD2 has certainly given me the support I needed to make my dreams a reality. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Opening her life to us was a big step for Jinx. No longer living with only her cat for company. Gradually, she adjusted to this new normal, finding peace and comfort in being perpetually around her friends. This feels right. Like, this is how it was always meant to be. Found my family in arcade. Not where I was expecting to find them, but hey, glad all the same. Little by little, I'm putting my past behind me and looking to a future where I'm part of something greater. And you know what? It's exciting. I'm ready for this ride. Domino's depression got worse and worse until he reached a crisis point. After that, he couldn't put it off any longer. He had to withdraw from competition and focus on self-care. Ah, that sucks. While he's no longer a member of Team the Best Team, Domino is getting the help he needs and slowly recovering. I doubt he wants to rejoin the high-pressure world of esports, but we remain friends, and our friendship has been a source of strength as he does some soul-searching. With all their help in training, Rhapsody was essentially getting us to the championship, but after getting that W from themselves, they were ready to move on. After everything, Rhapsody felt like their job was completed with Team the Best Team. Of course, they're still hyping up all the major matches and tournaments with their shoutcasting skills. I just miss having them around to guide and impart their knowledge onto us. But when I think about Team the Best Team, ultimately, the one closest to me comes to mind. When I set out to join the esports team, I wasn't expecting to end up married. And yet, here we are. Next, I'm Mrs. Primo Danvers. Yeah, so the two that you're not close with are the ones that just move on their own. Zapper wasn't expecting it either, but she's not one to shy away from some drastic new life twists. She embraced it fully as she embraces me.
It's been a hell of a run so far, hasn't it? More than I could have hoped for. More than I could have imagined. I look at everything we've done and it feels damn good.
Yeah, she's the one I really wanted to go with, and I'm glad that I did.
I live my life with no regrets. Everything builds me higher and higher towards the perfect Zapper. And my biggest non-regret is falling in love with you. You and I are unstoppable together. And the world's gonna remember our names long after we're gone. Count on it.
Yep. Life's intense when you're in the arms of Zapper, and I wouldn't have it any other way. At last, my dream is realized. Funny thing about dreams, though, they're not always what you expect they're gonna be. I thought I dreamed a victory, but now that I've achieved that victory, it's clear that wasn't a dream. What I needed was a feeling of self-worth, and through the Team the Best Team and Good Clean Fun, I found that dream. This is my world now, my dream, emerging from the safe little hole I dug for myself into something bigger and brighter. But this is only the beginning. Once you find your dream, life doesn't stop. It keeps going and going. That's what my future. I'll walk towards it arm in arm with my friends. I don't really know what my future holds for me, but one thing I know for sure is that I found the kind of friendship that will help me face it with them together. My name is Shelly Primo, also known as Shellshock. I'm part of Team the Best Team, and this is our story. And that right there is Arcade Spirit's New Challengers. That's another game that's stricken from the books. What a fantastic game. Like, I have a major attachment to the first game, mainly because I absolutely love Percy. But Zapper is a really good character. And I've... Zapper's a really good character. I love her so much. Like, my favorite characters were Zapper, Grace, Jinx, Loxley. Like, those are my top four of the, like if I had to rank them, those like the top four for me. And then the last two being Rhapsody and Domino. Yeah, this dev team did a fantastic job. So, if on the off chance that that the dev team like watches any of my VODs, again, thank you for making these two amazing games. I will eventually go back to play Petty Larceny, and I would love to play One More Quarter whenever that comes out. But I have a request for the devs. This may be a little bit of a bias. Can you please make a game like whatever the next, like, can you please put Percy back, please? I would like to see like where he goes. Like, I would like to see more of him. Capcom USA. It's in North America. Yep. PlayStation. What a game this is. I enjoyed this game. Hope to see you again in whatever comes next from Fiction Factory Games, please. But wait, there's more. I see you type that too. What? Dekonami? Game over. Thank you for playing. Yeah, I did it. Oh, hey, before you go, as a thank you for finishing the game, I unlocked the rewind function for you. Next time you play, you can skip back and forth in time and change your most recent decisions. Neat, huh? Okay, I'll see you again sometime. Bye for now. Oh, that's cool. All right, well, that's it. That's Arcade Spurs New Challengers. So now let's look at the roadmap. So now it's cleared, which means that the game is done, which means that we're moving on to the next game in the roadmap, which will be Kid Chameleon, which, as you can see the schedule, that's tomorrow's stream. We will be doing that tomorrow night at 7. But also remember, I'm also going to do the Mario Kart World Direct live reactions. That's happening tomorrow morning. I'll wake up very early for that. Friday, we got Sharing with Shell Shock, where we're going to talk about Sega Dreamcast, Sega's last console. And then no streams during the weekend. The reason that I'm not going to be streaming on Saturday and Sunday is because there's a reason for that. One big event is happening this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, which I'm going to be watching it. WrestleMania. I'm going to be watching WrestleMania this weekend, so that's why I'm not streaming this weekend. I'm watching WrestleMania, so I'm looking forward to that. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Thanks to everybody that came through to the stream. Thanks to Faramir for the raid. And thanks to everybody that came in to not only watch me finish Arcade Spurs New Challengers, but also voted in the Tournament of Backlog. We're going to start round 2 tomorrow when we do Kid Chameleon. So that'll happen tomorrow, right at the start of the Kid Chameleon stream. thank you for being here, Lemon Square. We're gonna go find somebody to raid right now. Let's see. There's plenty of people on at this hour. Let's see. I've already raided Hearts in the Fights the other night, and I've raided My Neighbor Jess last night. So, tonight, let's see who we got. Who do we got? Who do we got? We got a lot of people on. So many people on for tonight. Let's see. So looking at who we got, I see Corshall playing Mega Man 8. Oh, he just finished the game. Let's see. I also see the Game Jamie playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Yeah, the remake. I see Shad playing both Shad and Rick are playing the Zelda Multi-World Randomizer. I'm gonna send it over to Shad. I'll send the raid over to Shad. Shad's raided me multiple times. I don't get to raid Shad too often, but when I do, like, it's usually like this. So I'm gonna raid Shad. I'm going to hang out with Jay Fries and watch Professor Layton. Yeah, Jay Fries is great. I need to get him back on my podcast at some point. But I'm gonna go raid Shad. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Mario Kart World Direct, and then we're going to do the Kid Chameleon later in the night. Take care. Take care, Lemon Square. You have a good one. And for everybody, make sure to take care of yourselves. Be awesome. Stay awesome. Tell your loved ones you love them. Check out on them as always. May you all fight for everlasting peace, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And now, you are playing with power. Good night, everybody.